my old videos.
Are you good?
It was me, I did it.
Oh no, I'll put to YouTube on my old videos.
What I've done is put the thingy in, and then hook the other thing underneath. It's not hard. Take the circle thing out like you normally would. Right? You've done it now, have you? Stop whinging. Moaning. Oh, that's it. Give me a break. Come on. Bridge is bad for TV.
Does leave rock epic? Wow, does leave rock epic? Wow, that's cool.
What do you mean, Charlie? I thought you were putting this on the screen to evaluate.
Cherries and yin yang. Cherries been a long time with the trouble.
Does leave rock epic?
That's why I'm not letting me separate them. Christmas is not down. And besides, I already have the greatest gift.
Cherries been a long well with the trouble. Can't say the same for you.
I gave you money so you get money out, so I can have money for Zachary's trip that he's got tomorrow. The one I got, the letter I got today? Oh, no, they're doing that here. Here you go.
Don't they know what I've done? Hey, guys. TV off. TV off.
Yeah, I know, that's why I don't.
No way.
Turn the lights off.
tablets on eBay, and I'm curious to know if I could watch YouTube.
I'm super tired.
This should help.
Okay.
Try.
I need more.
Good. There. That should work.
I feel much better. Give me more.
Okay.
Ollie, it's not going to work. We've unplugged it all.
Welcome to your April Epic. Come and explore your world. Select left or right to explore. Go ahead, try it. This is your house button. Tap to find all your games, music,
Ollie, take your tablet and lie down and sleep now. Bedtime. Yeah, I'm at bedtime now. I'm going back to bedtime now. I'll go back to bedtime now. Just 2 seconds while I go to sleep. I'm Safari tablet with water gamers, that's not very nice. I'm Safari tablet with water gamers, that's not good. That wasn't very nice. Ollie, what's she doing? Lie down. Just make it okay, it's my old videos. My old video has. You can watch this one, but not upload to YouTube, but might be coming guidelines if you don't want that. You can watch this one. But not me destroyed. Just drop this only. If,
well, it needs to go in tomorrow with Zachary, that's why I wanted it tonight. Have you got any change on you at all?
Darcy J was my best friend. Since it was 2015. Not 2017. Oh, phone from China.
Let's end this series. This box contains a phone that I tested in business compliance that had like a table that lets you see how well this works. I just tried to use this like now it's so much easier to come here. So this isn't just like sign up as per this knife clippers. I guess it's debatable, I suppose. Oh, but actually, I don't know not to be using this phone. Like look how smooth it feels. And he mentioned something. This phone call. This is so bad. All I need is a pre-applied screen protector straight from the
Get this down.
There's no way.
It's like really nice to spin it in your hand. Meanwhile, this phone is just a phone. It's definitely not as good to spin around, but it feels extremely solid. I generally like that. This phone is genuinely heavy though. The OnePlus 6 has felt heavy sometimes, but this is heavy. Okay, let's see what's in this package. And you get a full case, and it looks good. At least it looks like this. Actually, lifted a bit. On the video, it actually looks like it has
I'm not gonna show that on dude. Inside. See what? I'll go tomorrow. More not gonna which one on my backup though. Can you just set that?
Mummy, can we call Zachary Ollie downstairs, please?
Oh, what's
You
this?
can call Ollie downstairs. Very last thing I need.
Switch to YouTube.com. This version of YouTube is out of date
We'll
and
transfer the
no
parts downstairs if you want.
uploads are available for your devices. Please wait
Come Zach.
YouTube
Ollie, there you go. Oliver.
on your browser instead. That's not helpful.
There's your mummy. There's your mummy.
Well, I can use the YouTube and Android would be 8 and up. We need to Android our app again to play on YouTube. We're currently watching you. Where's B8 and I'll be watching YouTube. Guys, B8 and I'll be watching YouTube. We can only browsers from.
Interested subscription, switch at will.
Oh yes, all the cars. That was all the cars on the tablet.
Subscription, switch at will.
I don't want to record on the.
This is first the Japan nation.
Oh, it's network server. So it's not good.
Problem?
Colorado 16 with like no setup required. Because this is not the global version, so do everything for you. I think what's happening is that maybe this phone has already been opened and set up because I can see the
2X.
Yeah, well, I said that's your camera.
No. Come in here and let down the can.
Yeah, well, I said that's your camera.
I don't want to show them my piano because it's copyrighted.
Yeah, well, I said that's your camera. Yeah, well, I said that's your camera.
Anyway, I guess this first. Okay, very good. Let's go for it. Ultimate. How many space you got left?
What? Nothing happened.
Trophy lights. Can't put up recording in a bit. We can talking about a free. We can record a little bit. Oh, small guys, the battery's 93%. Guys, 93%. See you tomorrow.
Let's see if that worked.
Shit at the door.
Are you great?
Content. ATP.
Take the circle thing out like you normally would. Right? You've done it now, have you? Got windy? Moaning? If I had my way, I'd let something electrician in and have a bulb in the ceilings.
We're lacking the money to do it, Mummy, that's the problem. So if you use a big bottle of cash, you'll get all the big photos.
I gave you money, so you get money out of it, so I can have money for that trip that he's got tomorrow.
In the morning, have a cold in the morning, okay? Cold in the morning.
We'll go that night now because you choose the lot. Mum, I got the letter I got today. Oh,
Ollie, come on, India, get your tablet.
No, they're doing them here. Here you go.
Downstairs, yes. Oh, I'm about to lose my fucking mind now.
TV off.
TV off.
That's a no-no. That's no-no. 10 times no-no. 10 times no-no.
She needs a bathroom open for it.
Pardon?
Yeah, I know, that's why I don't.
No, I wouldn't.
Turn the lights off.
Oh, the very nice. Oh no. I think I'm falling on my phone. Sorry, it's just falling on my phone.
Oh, Papa. Mommy's got tablets here.
Alright, sorry guys. I just fall on my phone. I just fallen out. Sorry guys, I just fall on my phone. Fall out on my phone. Sorry.
Alright, we're about to enter
Oh, come on, not again.
behind this highly secured door in an ASML clean room. There's a
I
giant
want to take it off
$400
me,
million machine
please.
It's bigger than a double-decker bus. Made with such closely protected technical
I don't want to
specificity.
break it.
Very complex. The most
I'm not gonna break it. I'm gonna break it.
Filming's ever been allowed, even by ASML's own team, until we flew across the world to see it. We're here at ASML's headquarters in the Netherlands, where 100% of the world's extreme ultraviolet lithography machines are made, and now the next generation machines called the high-end. We have to wear these bunny suits to protect these extremely precise machines from getting contaminated by our own hair and skin cells. This is high numerical aperture, high-NA, the new generation of EUV machines, the only machines in the world capable of printing nanoscopic blueprints onto the most advanced chips. NVIDIA, Apple, Taiwan Semiconductor, Samsung, Intel, none of their advanced chips can be made without EUV.
And this company has that market completely cornered.
The first high-NA machine was installed in the US at Intel's Oregon Chip Fabrication Plant, or Fab, last year. Only 5 have ever been shipped.
Indeed, the machine is so big you can't ship them at once, so we break them into parts.
Now they're being ramped up to make millions of chips on the factory floors of the few companies that can afford them: Intel, TSMC, and Samsung. ASML says eventually high-NA will be used by all its EUV customers, other advanced chip makers like Micron, SK Hynix, and Rapidus.
Without EUV, without very advanced logic manufacturing, most of the AI cannot happen.
CNBC went from ASML's labs in California all the way to its Veldhoven, Netherlands headquarters to bring you this never-before-seen look at the world's most advanced chip-making machine, and to ask its makers exactly how it works and what could go wrong amidst Trump's tariffs, export controls, and a new training facility coming to the U.S.
Ollie, what are you doing? Lie down.
Suited up and through an air shower,
It's basically to blow off all the contamination from your suit and your clothes.
Hello?
down several long hallways where humongous parts are being meticulously moved. How many people would you say are working here 24/7?
Inside the EUV factory alone, it's like 2,000 people. It's a 24/7 operation.
Asia Hadou took us to the restricted lab space where 40 years of ASML's technology research all comes together.
It takes approximately a year and a half to create the system.
Hadou leads the team that tests and qualifies the high-NA machines here.
It still does blow my mind. I think even if you learn more about it, it blows your mind even more.
The big machine, at the end of the day, is used to transfer a pattern, which we store on a mask, onto a wafer. And then at the end of the day, you cut them in pieces, you package them, and then you end up in your phone.
Joost Benschop joined Dutch electronics giant Philips in 1984. 2 weeks later, ASML was founded as a subsidiary, conducting research out of a leaky shed nearby in Eindhoven. It broke off from Philips with an IPO in 1995, and 2 years later, Benschop helped spearhead ASML's first foray into EUV.
3-4 years later, we had enough confidence to put all our eggs in one basket called EUV. With hindsight, we can say we placed the right bet.
On a yearly basis, I think we filed several hundreds of patents on EUV.
Christophe Fouquet began as CEO just over a year ago, but he's been with ASML more than 17 years.
We barely made it. I think sometimes people forget that, but EUV took us practically more than 20 years. I would say it's been a very risky investment because when we started, well, there was no guarantee the technology would work.
By 2018, ASML had shown that EUV was possible, and it's the same process used in High-NA. Here's how it works. Chips are built in a grid formation on thinly sliced wafers of silicon, each with up to 100 thin layers that make up billions of transistors that determine what the chips can do. These layers are printed using lithography, extremely precise rays of light projected through a mask of the chip design until they hit the surface of the wafer that's been coated with photoresist chemicals. ASML's older generation DUV machines, which it still makes, use rays of deep ultraviolet light with a wavelength of 193 nanometers. Nikon and Canon in Japan are still competitors in DUV. But ASML's real breakthrough came with that bold bet on a technology many thought was impossible, using even shorter wavelength extreme ultraviolet light, EUV, something that to this day no other company does.
A few more people tried for many years, but the size of the investment, the commitment you have to have, I think discouraged quite a few people.
Transistors have gotten so small, down to 10,000 times thinner than a human hair, that ASML decided to create its own source of smaller, more precise EUV light. At a wavelength of 13.5 nanometers, it's the width of just 5 DNA strands laid side by side.
So small that it gets absorbed by almost everything, and that's why this whole system needs to be in a vacuum.
This tiny thread may look like the strand of a spider web, but it's actually molten tin being shot out at 50,000 droplets a second. The tin droplets are vaporized with a laser, and those tiny explosions are what emit photons of EUV light.
This is called a CO2 laser. We've used in the power industry for many years. They will cut through steel with one of these. We use 4 of them. We shoot out one of these tiny tin droplets to generate a plasma, which is hotter than the sun. That plasma generates EUV, and that EUV is captured by this collector that comes outside and brings the light into our scanner.
The light bounces off of mirrors that aim it through the lens, much like how a camera works. But because EUV gets absorbed by typical mirrors, German optics company Zeiss made specific mirrors just for ASML that are the flattest man-made surfaces in the world.
And then the light is emitted through the projection optics onto the wafer, which is about here. So this is the wafer table.
When the EUV finally hits photoresist chemicals on the surface of the silicon wafer, it prints the minuscule blueprint that makes up the chip. The aim needs to be so precise, TSMC says it's equivalent to shining a laser from the moon to hit a coin on the Earth. EUV made up less than 8% of ASML's total number of machines sold in 2024, 44 EUV machines versus 374 cheaper DUV machines. But with a price tag of $220 million, EUV made up 38% of ASML's system sales revenue.
But the cost of the chips the tool is going to create is going down.
Because you're the only company in the world that makes these machines, what's stopping you from setting the price even higher?
Well, what stops us is Moore's law says that we need to continue to drive costs down. This allows you to go to the next node, and then the next node, and then again the next node. If this was to stop, then everyone gets stuck.
ASML began developing its latest $400 million High-NA machines around 2016. Inside, all the same processes still happen with the same EUV light source, but there's one key difference.
We increase the aperture of the opening angle of the lens.
High-NA stands for high numerical aperture, meaning it has a larger lens opening, increasing the angle at which the light is captured by the mirrors. More light coming in from steeper angles allows High-NA machines to capture increasingly small designs on chip masks, so they can be projected in one exposure step, whereas original lower NA machines reach higher resolution to project those tiny designs using multiple exposures through multiple masks.
1 become 2, then 2 become 3, 3 become 4. And when the number increases, it gets very complex process-wise, and the yield goes down.
But with a higher NA, resolution improves, and the small designs can be printed with fewer masks, saving time and money.
The larger the number, the smaller the thing you can print.
But this higher NA also comes with a much higher price tag for one main reason.
The higher the NA of an optic, the bigger the mirror you have to use, and therefore the bigger the system.
These machines also take up a huge amount of power. How much power do these machines take?
I think they take too much. If we don't improve the power efficiency of our AI chips over time, the training of the models could consume the entire worldwide energy. And that could happen around 2035. Since the moment we started EUV, 2018, we have reduced the power, the energy needed per wafer exposure by more than 60%.
ASML says its machines print about 200 wafers per hour, 24/7, 365. The goal is several hundred per hour.
You can print, at the end of the day, millions of these wafers per year.
At a conference in February, Intel said it started making chips with high NA, using it for some 30,000 wafers so far, and that it's about twice as reliable as previous models. And Samsung said high NA could reduce its cycle time by 60%.
High NA means two things. First and foremost, shrink, so there's more devices on a single wafer. And secondly, by avoiding multiple patterning, you can make them faster and you can make them with higher yield.
It holds over $2 billion worth of clients' assets, the largest stock of privately held bullion in the world.
Bullion Vault gives private investors access to the professional markets, and we undertake to make your bullion purchase safer and cheaper and easier than it.
Bullion Vault buys gold in a large bar format, which is the format 400-ounce bars the professional market deals in, and makes that gold available to private investors to buy and sell in the 1 gram increments. Some people like to buy coins or small bars, but it isn't the most efficient way of owning physical gold. You want to be owning gold in the wholesale format. That's the format that the professional market deals in. That way, you pay the lowest amount to buy it, and you get the highest price when you sell it.
What we do at Bullion Vault is to keep the bullion in the wholesale form. That's where it costs the least, and
Avoiding multiple patterning, you can make them faster and you can make them with higher yield.
In reality, every chip is made using multiple different lithography techniques at different resolutions.
Every chip consists out of like 100 different layers. Most of the layers are actually made with deep UV, which is a much smaller system.
Legacy DUV machines sell for less, $5 million to $90 million, but still make up over half of ASML's sales.
The older machines are in high demand. Many of the chips we use in our daily life do not require EUV. If you press the button to open the window in your car, unlikely an EUV-based chip is needed.
Turns out ASML sells a lot of its legacy machines to China, although U.S. export controls prevent it from selling EUV. It's a ban that started under the first Trump administration.
The Trump administration is very focused on ensuring that China does not get access to the most advanced tools and chips that are required to power AI.
So without access to ASML's EUV machines, could China develop its own?
I feel like it's a real long shot that China could enter this space. But right now, China's really figuring out ways to take things like 7 nanometer, the most advanced nodes that can be done without EUV, and figuring out ways to scale them. And they've been able to do that successfully in some areas, like in smartphones and personal devices.
Still, export controls haven't stopped China from stockpiling ASML's less advanced machines. At one point recently, up to 49% of your business was in China. What happened there, and what is that number at now?
We had a huge backlog in China because we got order in 2022 at the peak of the market. And in 2023-24, the rest of the world kind of went down. So basically, we could use our capacity to fulfill this backlog. End of 24, last quarter, the part of China in our business went down to 30%.
U.S. concern over advanced tech making its way to China has accelerated amidst the generative AI race. But that boom has also sent demand for chips and the machines that make them soaring. And with it, chip stocks, including ASML's, which hit an all-time high in July. Still, it's declined some since as the chip industry faces uncertainties, chief among them, Trump's tariffs. Any idea how tariffs are going to impact ASML?
Well, the short answer is I don't know. We don't know, and if anybody would know, he could make a lot of money, but we don't.
In its first quarter earnings reported last month, ASML missed on order expectations amid tariff uncertainty.
I suspect ASML will come in and advocate for a very low to minimal to no tariff on their machines.
The impact of tariffs is complicated by ASML's complex web of 800 global suppliers and the winding worldwide path ASML's machines take before arriving in a fab. Each High-NA machine is made up of 4 subsystems, manufactured in Connecticut, Germany, the Netherlands, and California. Each module is shipped separately to ASML's headquarters in Veldhoven, where they're put together, tested, then disassembled again, bound for fabs in places like the US or, more frequently, Asia. How do you ship something this massive?
Yeah, it takes about 7 Boeing 747s to ship this whole thing, and it's about 25 to 30 trucks.
Unlimited energy with Fuse is simple. You pay the same each month and use as much energy as you need. The amount you use won't affect your bills, a bit like an unlimited phone contract. You've got enough to think about at uni without watching the smart meter trying to stick to the amount of electricity an energy supplier decided you'd use this year. Research shows that energy costs really are a stress for students. 50% stay in bed longer than usual just to stay warm.
Unlimited energy gets rid of that worry altogether because it's completely different to a traditional energy quote. When you get a traditional energy quote, the monthly costs are going to be lower to an unlimited energy quote, and that's just a fact. The cost is different because you're paying for an entirely different service. Think of it as a pay-as-you-go mobile contract versus an unlimited contract. This is because traditional energy quotes are based off the amount that they think you're going to use. If you go over this estimate because there's a cold winter or whatever else it may be, a traditional energy supplier will send out a bill to cover that extra cost at the end of your contract. This can really add up at the end of the year.
Think of unlimited energy as a service that cuts out a whole heap of worry and avoids housemate drama about heating, taking baths, or doing too much laundry. I wish I was kidding, but these arguments really do happen.
So if uni life with one less thing to worry about sounds good to you, click one of these buttons to get the code and get started now.
The interview question that decides everything. What AI tools do you use? If you say Chat GPT, you're done.
It's 2026. People are getting hired because they have AI certificates and AI skills, and they're getting them by finishing the 28-a-day AI challenge. Meanwhile, you're still using ChatGPT like it's Google. Tomorrow, we kick off this challenge for beginners over 30. Just 15 minutes a day to level up. In 1 week, you'll feel unstoppable. In 2 weeks, you'll have certificates on your resume. In a month, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Tap the screen to join us.
And I got the pilot on Windows. My mother's laptop.
No, alright. Right downstairs, kid. Oh, I'm about to lose my fucking minds now.
For years, Asia has made up more than 80% of ASML's business, but the US share, around 17% in 2024, is growing fast, especially as Intel builds new chip fabs in Ohio and Arizona, and TSMC is now in volume production in Arizona too.
So there's a lot of cheap customers. So there's, I would say, a good reason to have cheap manufacturing.
When we first got a look at EUV in 2022, ASML had about 32,000 employees. Today, that number's grown to 44,000, and 8,500 of them are in the US, like Eric Ma, who's been with ASML in San Jose, California for 18 plus years.
Have you gotten to see the High-NA machines?
Yes.
What is it like?
Always a Fuse.
Of ASML's 60 global offices, 18 of them are in the US, including a manufacturing site in Connecticut and R&D sites in San Diego and here in San Jose.
We're here at ASML Silicon Valley, California location, and behind me is a metrology machine. This one has 25 beams of electrons that are used to test the different microchips to make sure that the yield is going to be good.
And I want to chase that idea.
For High-NA in the US, it's likely that Arizona could be a major hub. Many of ASML's first High-NA shipments went to Intel last year, and a struggling US-based chip maker is building a giant new chip fab in Chandler, Arizona.
And so hear me when I say this, take really good notes. Notes number one. Note number one. God is not limited by what limits you.
Work with us to develop EUV. They have done the same on INA. And I think that moving forward, the role of Intel for the US autonomy, independence on semiconductor is still very big.
But TSMC is far ahead of Intel in advancing chip nodes. We recently visited TSMC's new fab north of Phoenix, the most advanced chip fab on U.S. soil. The need for high-NA there will likely come soon, with ASML's original EUV machines in use now.
That's important because we live inside of constraints. What are the big 4 constraints or limits that we have in our lives? Here they are. Time limits. Lord, I wish I had more time in a day. Money limits.
100,000 parts.
Energy limits.
100,000 bolts.
And emotional limits.
About massive.
With so many EUV machines in Arizona, ASML is, for the first time, bringing a training facility to the U.S. Its only other training centers are in the Netherlands, Taiwan, and Korea.
Time limits.
Planning to
you got to do it by Thursday. God can do it exceeding and abundantly right now. You feel like you're late. God's not late. You have money limits. My Father is rich.
As chip making shows no signs of
in
slowing
houses
in the
and
US
land.
or elsewhere.
We have energy limits and emotional limits. Doors that won't open for you, God can open. People who won't change, God can change. Situations that won't move, the danger is not the limitation. So what I'm trying to get you to realize is the danger that many of us are facing is not limitation. The danger is projecting your limits on God.
Anything you can tell us about Hyper-NA? How far away
I don't think you heard what I just said. The real danger is projecting your limits on God just because you don't see a way. Doesn't mean God ran out of options. I'm going to speak this and 3 of y'all going to receive this. So many of us are stuck.
But for now,
and you
ASML is
pray
focused on
according
meeting
to
demand for
your
high-NA.
limits. And God is trying to get you to realize just because they can't don't mean I can't.
20 machines in
and I
a few
speak
years.
over your life that the doors that people couldn't help you open, God said I can make ways out of no ways in your life. This is why Isaiah 55 and 8 says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, saith the Lord, and my ways are far beyond anything you could imagine. For just as heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. God does not think within our boundaries. God does not operate inside of our restrictions. God is not handcuffed by our reality. You're saying I don't have enough. God is saying I am enough. You're saying I don't see how. God is saying I already know how. And many of us are defeated by the devil. Many of us aren't defeated by the devil. Catch up. We're defeated by conclusions. I'm going to say that again. Many of us aren't defeated by the devil. We are defeated by conclusions. Pastor Mike, please make that sense to me. We've already concluded that things will never change. We've already concluded that I'll never recover, that it's too late, that I missed my moment, that I'm disqualified, that there's no coming back from this. But faith refuses to sign off on hopeless verdicts. I'm going to say this and 7 of y'all going to catch it. I serve a God that specializes in working beyond my limitations. Did you hear what I just said? Can I put scripture on it? I serve a God that specializes in working beyond my limitations. Why is that important? Luke 1:37, for nothing will be impossible with God. And what I'm trying to get you to realize is a lot of our faith is dwindling because you are living life and believing God through the lens of your limits. What would you do? I never forget, I sat in a meeting and we were talking about all the things I wanted to do at this church, and I wanted these lights and I wanted these cameras and I wanted these type of things, and I wanted the lobby to look a certain way and I wanted the children's church to look away. And the man looked at me and said, all of that sounds good. All right, cool. But what's your spending limit? I said, well, this is all I got. He said, well, we got to bring that vision way down based off of your limit. You got all this vision, but you got this much capacity. And I had to explain to him, I'm not here for a financial lesson. You're not a banker. You're a designer. I need you to put it together. I am not dreaming based off of what I got. Michael, I am dreaming based off of who got me. I'm a preacher, y'all. They sleep over there. I am not dreaming based off of what I have. I am believing God based off of who got me. And see, the difference between you and your circle is that they look at their bank account and say, I can't. You look at yours and say, he can. I wish I had 3 people who can think about what you believe in God for. And that's why folk think you're crazy. How you gonna live out there? You sing your credit, but God got me. You sing your experience, God got me. And what I need you to realize is Luke 1:37, for nothing will be impossible with God. Nothing will be impossible with God. I don't want to start over. For nothing will be impossible. But how am I pay for school? Nothing will be impossible. But my kid, nothing. What part of no thing don't you understand? And this is important. Why is this important, PMJ? This is why you must anchor your life on this truth. 2 words that will flip your life if you let it. He can. I'm in the wrong church. He can. When you truly understand his capacity, your impossibilities start looking temporary. This is good. When you truly understand God's capacity, your impossibilities start looking temporary. So when we say this, here's a good note for you. I need you to catch this. Many of us don't even realize, this is so good, we don't even realize how God, the capacity level that God moves on. And so when I say when you truly understand his capacity, your impossibility starts looking temporary, many of us limit ourselves based off of our capacity. And so over the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to tell you a couple of things he can do. Today, I'm going to tell you one thing. He can make a way where there seems to be no way. Look at Isaiah 43:19. It's on the screen. For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. God speaks to Israel in exile. So I want to give you context. Israel is in exile. They feel stuck and defeated. And instead of God repeating the Red Sea miracle, God announces to them, put 43:19 on the screen, I'm about to do something new. You missed it. I'm going to say it again. They're stuck. They don't know what's about to happen. They're crying out to God. They feel like they're defeated. And God says, hey, y'all, I am not about to recycle a miracle. Verse 19, for I am about, preach Mike, to do something new. Half of y'all frustrated now because you keep expecting God to show up the way he showed up last time. And God is saying, I am not going to show up the way I showed up last time. In this season of your life, I'm getting ready to do something new. Then he says, see, I have already begun. Do you not see it? That can preach to 3 of us. Because a lot of us keep feeling like God ain't moving when you don't realize that by the time you see God moving, he's already moved. I said I wasn't gonna get loud today. I'm trying to stay calm. Hear me when I say this. Why is this important, Pastor Mike? Because God creates solutions, not just exits. God creates solutions, not just exits. The children of Israel are saying, I need you to get me out of this. And God is saying, why would I give you a way of escape when I could give you a strategy? Thank you. Why would I give you a way of an escape when I can give you a strategy? Most people pray for escape. God often answers with strategy. That's how we pray for. A lot of us pray for escape. God often answers with strategy. Can we stop being fake for a minute? When you pray, because your prayers don't be deep. We don't really pray deep a lot of times. We say, Lord, I just need you to fix it. You know, like, Lord, I just need you, God. I just need you. What you're really saying subconsciously is, I'm in debt, God. Get me out of this. I'm on a job I don't like. Get me out of this. My relationship is broken. Fix it. Let me escape either the debt, the pain, the heartache, the indecision, the doubt, the suffering. Can I free you real quickly? An exit removes you while a strategy will transform you. God is saying, why would I remove you from something I could develop you in? Y'all don't hear me. That God is saying, no, all you want me to do is get you out of. I am more concerned about what I can pull out of you than pulling you out of it. Am I talking to anybody today? What we must understand is that if I'm going fast, just holler at me. What we must understand is that some solutions come disguised as process. That's good, mama. Some solutions come disguised as process. I would pray to God and say, fix something. He would take me through something. And I would sit there and say, hey, I think we got a misunderstanding. I would say, God, fix my money. You tell me to tithe. I cannot tithe from something I don't have. And God is saying, that's the point. Since you ain't got it, is it a seed? If it don't meet a need, it must be a seed. So he takes me through I have a need. He takes me through a process to develop my faith. Because even if he pulls you out of it, it takes faith to take the exit. Y'all don't like me today. So hear me when I say this. While these two sound familiar, there's a difference. Put this in your notes. Is this on the screen? I added this in between service. Strategy is the why and the what. Oh my God, good job, team. Strategy is the why and the what. Process is the how. I was preaching at the early service today and I said it and I was like, I need to explain that more. We say things in church, but then we don't really explain it. So when I say strategy, I need you to catch this. Strategy is the why and the what. Process is the how. Strategy is about direction and decisions. Simply put, strategy is about the choice you're about to make. So when I tell you God won't pull you out of some things, he gives you strategy. I want you to hear this, all right? So instead of God pulling you out of it or removing you from it, God says, how about I just give you direction so you can make clear decisions, so you can make better choices? Because a lot of us keep getting delivered from bad choices. I'm going to say that again because I think you slept on what I just said. Half of the stuff you need God to deliver you from ain't the devil. It's bad decisions and bad choices. The devil didn't make you date them. You picked them. They drove you crazy. Now you have crazy. Now you're saying, God, give me my mind back. And you're saying the devil's picking on me. That's not the devil. That's Detrick. That's Tanya. No, strategy is about direction and decisions. Simply put, strategy is about a choice. And strategy sets direction, priorities, and trade-offs. That's what strategy does. It sets direction. God is saying, I can pull you out of it, but if I pulled you out of it and you didn't learn anything, you're just going to be out of it. But if I give you strategy, it will give you direction. Process then is execution and consistency. So, Pastor Mike, what are you saying? If strategy is the choice, process is the action. This is so good. This is so good. So I want to say this better. I said this a minute ago. Some solutions come disguised as process. You remember I said that? Remember? Some solutions come disguised as process. Now let's look at my new note. Process is the execution and consistency. It is the action. Let's go back to my old note. Some solutions come disguised as process. Let's take the word process out. Some solutions come disguised as action. The reason God sometimes doesn't just deliver you is because escape requires nothing from you. All my parents give me a what? All my parents who had a small baby in that little bin in that baby bed crying loud, doing this, give me a what? All the parents who picked that baby up out that bed, give me a what? He hollered and cried and whined till you got tired of hearing it. And hear me, because at first you said, no, you're going to stay in that bed. No, you're going to learn how to sleep in your own bed. Then you got tired. And what did you do? Picked him up. God is saying, no, there's certain seasons where I picked you up because I saw you weren't going to get the initiative to ask me for strategy. But because I know where you're going, Michael, because I know where you're going, I can't give you an escape right now. Well, Pastor Mike, the scriptures say there's no temptation that which is common to man, that God won't provide me a way of escape. You're right. He didn't guarantee it. He said, no, there is no temptation that is coming to man that I won't provide a way of escape. But I'm not saying every time I'm going to give you the exit. There are certain seasons of your life that require action. Process creates structure, repeatability, and clarity. God says, go back, Michael, some solutions come disguised as process. Now I'm going to go back forward. Some solutions come disguised as structure, repeatability, and clarity. God says, I'm going to take you through a process because I need you structured, and when the devil show up again, I need you to have the ability to repeat what got you out this time. I need your prayer life so strong it's repeatable. I need your faith so strong it's repeatable. I need you to be able to speak those things that are not as though they were, and it's repeatable. I don't want you to be this one-hit wonder that made it through just because I pulled you out. I want you to be up at night saying, Father, in Jesus' name, I decree and declare that God, even like the 3 Hebrew boys, even if you don't, I know he can. Am I preaching to anybody? This is what we see with Joshua and Jericho. You know this. What's the strategy? Let's take really good notes. Am I doing okay? Okay, what's the notes, okay? Here we go. Joshua, Jericho. What's the strategy? So in your notes, you can write Joshua, Jericho, and write strategy. We're talking about strategy versus process, okay? The strategy is God told Israel to march around Jericho once a day for 6 days. Once a day for 6 days. Then 7 times on the 7th day, shout, and the wall gonna fall. That's the strategy. God gives him strategy. He says, this is what you're gonna do. March around the wall once a day for 6 days. Shut up while you're walking. And 7 times on the 7th day. And the first time they hear you, you're going to be praising God. And the wall going to fall. That's the strategy. That's where most of us fail. All we got is the strategy. What's the process? The miracle did not happen on day 1. It happened after completing the process. The strategy was the plan. The process was the action. So can I ask you a question? He tells, what's the strategy? Once a day, for 6 days, I need everybody to be quiet and march around the wall. If on day 2, somebody yelled out, what we doing this for? This don't make no sense. And they stopped walking. On day 7, if the wall didn't fall, whose fault is it? Then why are you blaming God because you ain't sticking to the strategy? Pastor Mike, why are you talking to me like this? I did not get out my bed for you to talk to me in this manner of voice. You could have talked to me like this on YouTube. Why are you in my face talking to me like this? Because I don't want you blaming God for another year of your life. There are doors that are about to open for you. I told you that in December. Doors that you knocked on, doors that you knocked on, and doors that you didn't even knock on. I told you that. And what the Lord is getting me prepared for is, Michael, when that door open, do not let them come back to you saying, I did not move. I'm giving them strategy, but they're going to have to see the process through. Strategy gave them direction. Hear me when I say this. Strategy shows you what God will do. Process shows God who will stay faithful while he does it. Do I need to say that again? Strategy shows you what God will do. Process shows God who will stay faithful while he does it. Why is that important, PMJ? Because the solution is not always external. Sometimes it's internal. I love my team so much. Leslie rearranged my notes without my permission in between the message. She said, Pastor Mike, you were preaching so good at the last service. I felt like this should have went here. I said, just do it, Leslie. And now that she did it, it just made sense. Because we're talking about strategy and process. The solution is not always external, it's internal. Israel wanted out of Egypt. God agreed. But his greater plan was not relocation, it was reformation. I'm going to say that again. Israel wanted to leave Egypt. God agreed. Let's pause right there. I want to say something because I feel like it needs to be said, and you need to hear me say it, and I need you to hear me say it, okay? Here it is, okay? God agrees with you that you shouldn't be in debt. God agrees that you deserve better. God agrees that you shouldn't have to struggle the way you have. God agrees you should have had both parents loving and raising you right. God agrees. I want to make this very clear. God's plan for your life is that you prosper. But God also knows that life happens. And what he's saying is, hey, children of Israel, I want y'all to get out of Egypt. I know Egypt is bondage. I want y'all out of Egypt. But here's my problem. Please listen clearly. Listen to me. I am not concerned with relocation. I'm concerned with reformation. Listen to your pastor when I say this. God is tired of relocating you. Take you from this bill to this bill. Take you from this relationship to this relationship. From this problem, relocating you, because deliverance is relocation. He takes you out of one problem, puts you in a solution, but because you didn't stay in that problem long enough to get the lesson, now this solution becomes a new problem. This is why he tells them in Exodus 14:13-14, but Moses told the people, don't be afraid, just stand still and watch the Lord rescue you today. The Egyptians you see today will never be seen again. Verse 14 will make me shout. The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm. Let me free you. They expected a door. God gave them a divided Red Sea. A solution, what is God giving you in this season? Put this in your notes. A solution that requires faith, movement, and obedience. Sometimes God doesn't open a door because he's teaching you to walk through impossibilities. If God, listen to your pastor, if God only gave us exits, you would stay dependent. Solutions develop capacity. If God only gave us exits, you would stay dependent. Solutions develop capacity. I'm going to say this, and I pray 3 of you can receive it. God wants to increase your capacity. Nobody said I received that. I'm going to say it again. God wants to increase your capacity. You ain't say I received that. I'm going to say it again. God wants to increase your capacity. So say why, Pastor Mike? Because he's ready to give you more. God is looking at you saying, it's so much more I want to get him, but they ain't got enough patience. So I'm going to get him a couple more problems. Why, Pimp? I need you to catch this because most people pray for solutions. God often responds with development. I'm guilty of it. I pray for solutions. God, fix this. God, handle this. And God is saying, I won't take you out of a storm. I can develop you in. Because the real goal is rarely the problem disappearing. All right, don't leave me hanging. All right, by show of hands, I'm going to ask a question. Don't leave me hanging, okay? Don't leave me hanging, okay? Who else in here besides me, when you pray, you really saying, God, make this disappear? Like, can we stop playing real quick? I don't even need him to pay the bill. I just need him to stop calling and just go away. God, I don't care how it happens. Just, Lord, make a way. Make a way. And some of us, we got to grow up. We ain't all the way saved. We be saying, we be thanking God for stuff that might even be illegal. Let you walk out your house and somebody drive by and a bag of money fall off the truck. You be behind the brink trucks like, God, if you love me. Come on now. Come on. We pray some crazy stuff, don't we? You be at work like, God, let this boss get fired in Jesus' name. You don't know how crazy we are? We be laying hands on other people's stuff. Lord, that's my house right there. Like, what are you going to do with them? No, you know I'm going to be the supervisor one day. But what I realize is, look at this, look at this. The real goal, this is what I had to learn. This is what all of 41 taught me. The real goal isn't the problem disappearing. The real goal is me becoming. God is saying, yes, I can fix it, but I'd rather grow you. Why is that important, Pastor Mike? Because problems expose limitations, but solutions build strength. Problems expose limitations. Whenever problems arise in my life, it exposes my limits. That's where I'm at. If something happens, like, what was my reach too small? I just dropped a new song, and shameless plug, it's the best song on the face of the planet already, day one. I mean it, day one. I want the people who love me to treat me like they used to treat Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson dropped, they didn't even listen to the whole song. They were like, dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's a classic. 2 seconds in, it's a classic. But when things don't go right, if I look up Friday and my numbers aren't where they needed to be and I didn't stream like I thought I would stream, I don't sit back and say, man, I can't believe people didn't support me. It just exposed a limit. Was it the style? Was it the song? Did I market? Did I push? Did God just not want this to work? I don't think you heard that. That's what I've been praying. Over the last week and a half, I've been talking to the Lord, and I clearly heard a voice. I haven't discerned if it's the Lord yet, but I clearly heard a voice in my spirit say, I just didn't want that to work. And I talked to my dad. I said, Dad, I just felt like God just didn't want me to win. And my dad said something to me that messed me up. He said, Mike, what if God saw beyond the win? What if winning that award would have caused you to have to go do this show, which would have put you in this person's radar, which puts you in this room, which pulls you out of so-and-so, and God is like, I'd rather he lose and stay in purpose than win and be faced with unnatural problems, y'all. But all we want to do is win. That's what's wrong with Christians. We just want to win. Where in the Bible does it say all we have to do is win? Throughout the Bible, I see people who were faithful to God suffer. Head get cut off, crucified, left outdoors, on the run. But we want to comfort Christianity. We believe in this cosmetic Christianity that we can put makeup on our problems, and as long as we look like we're winning, we're winning. I don't want to look like I'm winning. I want to be what God called me to be. I wish above all things that you will prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. And sometimes you can't prosper without problems. Michael! Sometimes you gotta lose. Sometimes you gotta hurt. Sometimes you gotta suffer. Sometimes you gotta be talked about. Sometimes you gotta be laughed at. But I know that God causes all things. Stop. To work together. Woo. That just hit me. Pastor Mike, that ain't biblical. James 1, 2, and 4. Dear brothers and sisters, King James, count it all joy. I don't know who I'm preaching to, but I tried to be dignified. I need 7 people who can say, yes, I got a whole lot of problems, but I've learned how to count it all joy. Woo. I feel God on that. Look at this. Look what it says. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, I gotta sit down. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Because if we start shouting, we're gonna miss it. So look at me, sit down, sit down, sit down. Because if we start shouting, we may miss it. So I need you to look at the scripture. I want you to think cognitively, okay? Look at the scripture. Go back to the top, verse 2. Dear brothers and sisters, good job, good job. When troubles of any kind come your way, this is NLT, but I'm Baptist in my soul, so I'm gonna say to King James, count it all joy. Verse 3, but look at verse 3. For you know that when your faith is tested, so I need you to put that in your notes. When your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. Okay, so oh God, I want to have good church right here, but I can't because we're gonna miss it. And I even believe sometimes good church is demonic. Because the devil know music moves us. So I don't even want to shout, but we miss the substance. So I need you to really hear me because this is important what I'm going to tell you. He says when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. What is endurance? Your stamina. Okay, put this in your notes, okay? No, I'm going to keep reading the scripture. Verse 4. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. Okay, so I need you to catch this. So Pastor Mike, he says, I have to test your faith so your endurance can grow. What is endurance? Lack of better terms, stamina. I want you to put this in your notes, okay? Endurance is long faith. It's long faith. It's long faith. It's long faith. It's long faith. So Pastor Mike, if endurance is long faith, there must be a short faith. All right? So in your notes, endurance is what? So then what's faith? Just short faith. Sometimes it's just short faith. You got the faith to jump. I don't think you got faith while you're falling. So you'll jump out there and apply, but then your faith don't last when you ain't heard back. Michael, you got faith to apply, but you ain't got faith while you're waiting. You got faith to love again, but not faith when it gets... And what I'm trying to show you is God is saying God doesn't always catch you the moment you jump. Sometimes you need endurance because he want to see how you act while you're falling. I believe God can do it. Boom. God, I knew I shouldn't have jumped out here. And God is like, look at your mouth. I'm trying to give you endurance. Look at Jay, look at the Message version. Consider it a sheer gift. When tests and challenges come from all sides, you know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. Verse 4, so don't try to get out of everything prematurely. Well, it's certain stuff we just gotta sit in. It's certain stuff you just gotta deal with. There are certain problems God ain't gonna take. You need them. That's why that talented tent maker from Tarsus, Paul, told us that I begged so many times for him to take it away. Because of the surpassing greatness of the revelation was given to me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to buffet me. And he said, I kept asking God, get out of me, take it away. Then he said, out of nowhere, I said, his grace is sufficient. Why, PMJ? Put this in your notes. Am I doing okay? Without the tension, there is no expansion. This is a good lesson today. This will go to Waffle House lesson afterwards right here. You got to go eat somewhere after this and just talk like, oh my God, that blessed me. Y'all gonna kick it after this. Y'all gonna go somewhere, that row right there, y'all gonna kick it after this. This is a good bless me right here. No, without the tension, there is no expansion. Do me a favor. Can you do me a favor? Can you lift your hands? Lift your hands. Hey, look at that. Amen. A little higher. Come on, man. A little higher. You got a little bit more. Come on. High. There it is. There you go. Thank y'all so much. You may be seated. Why you didn't do that the first time? Because within you is a built-in default settle. Whether you know it or not, your first inclination naturally will always be to do enough. So I said, lift your hands, and what did you do? You got this much in you, but you just went here. So can I ask you a question? If God doesn't send tension, how else will he get all of that out of you? Some of y'all should be on the prayer team the way you can pray, but you just pray enough. You read enough. You don't tithe, you just give enough. You're not nice, you're just nice enough. And without the tension, there is no expansion. So when there is tension in my life, I feel that is the Lord's way of saying, Michael, I am trying to bring expansion to your life. Without the challenge, there is no capacity upgrade. Put this in your notes. Immediate rescue can delay long-term growth. Miles, go put your shoes on. Yes, sir. 2 seconds later, I can't find them. You're going to leave here with no shoes on here. But Dad, I don't care. I'm leaving in 2 minutes, whether you got shoes or not. Mike, go help him. I'm not helping him. Go find your shoes. Go help him, Mike. Come on, we got to go. I go in the room, ask him where the shoes at. Right there on the floor. You know what? So the other day he came in there, Dad, I can't find my remote. Don't like you watching TV. Dad, I can't fall asleep at the TV. But you ain't gonna go to sleep then. Get out of my face, Miles. I'm not playing with you. Why are you talking to him like that? He's just 9. Jesus, well, no, I'm done. He's developing habits I don't like already. He's a baby of 5. Everybody cater to him. He gonna grow up and be sorry if we don't stop some stuff real quick. Pastor Mike, you being too deep. This boy 9 years old. No, he gonna drive one of y'all daughters crazy if I don't make him be a man early. So now it's like, no, go find y'all. You know how them boys be. They spoil. They soft, they spoil, they weak, they cry. I'm like, Miles, go. But Dad, like, no. So you know what? No, go. He came in there. Dad, guess what? What? I found my remote. It fell in between the bed. I moved the mattress, and I did so-and-so. And then what I did was when I moved the mattress, I just put the mattress on the floor. Because look now, Dad, now I can just sleep on the floor. That way, if I ever drop the remote again, there's nowhere for it to hide. I go in his room. It ain't the mattress on the floor, the box spring move. I'm like, hey, do your thing. Make up your bed. This boy made up the mattress on the floor. I said, do your thing, Miles. But guess what? I saw growth. So now I say, go find your shoes. I go in there and I may see clothes all over the place, but that tells me he at least moving stuff. Immediate rescue can delay long-term growth. If God, I gotta stop, but I'm thinking I'm gonna keep going. Like, hear me when I say this. If God, what would David be if that lion showed up to eat his sheep and God said, I'm gonna kill the lion, I can't let it get you. Then the bear showed up and God was like, I'm gonna kill this bear because I can't let you die. So then when Goliath showed up, what would David have done? God, you get him. David was bold enough to face Goliath because God didn't rescue him from other stuff. If I can survive a lion, bears, a daddy who don't believe in me, brothers who sleep on me, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Let me say this to you. If God removed every difficulty from you instantly, you would be relieved, but you would remain unchanged. That's crazy, ain't it, bro? Like when you really think about it, if he did it instantly, you would be relieved, but you would be unchanged. That's why Romans 5:3-4 says, I'm reading from the NRSV version, it says, and not only that, but we also boast in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance. See, these are scriptures we don't read in church because they don't make you shout. Suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character. And character produces hope. So let me free you. So Pastor Mike, it's like I ain't got no hope. Maybe your hope low because you don't have character. And maybe they don't have good character because they don't have endurance. And maybe you don't have endurance because you keep running from your sufferings. It's all working. See, because when we want God to give us a way of escape, we want God to change our environment, fix people, remove pressure. I'm going to give you 4 things. Oh my God, I'm out of time. God often changes 4 things: perspective, patience, discipline, resilience. So you say, God, I just need you to fix it. You want him to change your environment. God, they just won't do right. Fix this person. God is saying, no. Here's what I do. I often change perspective. Let me say this. I want to make sure I'm well-rounded. God will give you an escape. God will change your environment. God will help fix people. What I'm trying to get you to realize is I'm afraid that we're becoming dependent on him always having to do it. Is that a fair assessment? So what I'm saying is God often changes perspective, patience, discipline, and resilience. Let's define each and we're going to go home. Perspective, the way you interpret what you're experiencing. God is saying, I could fix your situation, but I need to fix your perspective. You're not interpreting this situation the right way. Make that make sense, Pastor Mike? God changes how you see the problem before he changes the problem itself. Michael. God changes the way you see the problem before he changes the problem itself. So God is saying, I want you to look at what you used to look at as an attack and see development. I want you to look at what used to feel like delay and now you see preparation. I want you to look at what you used to think was rejection and say that's direction. Why does God change your perspective? He wants to get you to a place in your life. Listen to me if you don't hear nothing I say. Why does God want to change your perspective? He's trying to get you to a place in your life where you don't just endure it, you understand it. I understand it now. He wants to get you to a place where, because we've mastered enduring it. Who done been through enough hell for everybody? You mastered that part. And we be bragging about it. Oh, because I done been through some stuff. And don't understand none of it. Which is why you keep repeating it. Can I tell you what perspective will do for you? Perspective will make old hell not be hell in your new season. Make that make sense, PMJ? I'm going through things currently. Right now as I speak, I'm going through things currently that the old me would have thought was a problem. The new me see as a blessing. Because God changed my perspective. I had so many problems this morning alone. Couldn't find nothing. Couldn't get this. The guy who cuts my hair, George, I love him. He's been cutting my hair for years. Every Sunday he gonna come cut my hair. His truck breaks down at the gas pump. I said, where you at? I'm all the way on. I said, I'm driving to you at the gas pump. Because the way this set up, it ain't gonna work. All right? I drive all the way to George. He literally cut my hair at the gate. He has like a Sprinter van that he cuts in. It's called a mobile barbershop. We in the mobile barbershop. He cut my hair while the mechanic working on his car. And he furious. Pastor Mike is like, always some, man. I said, George, I said, me and you got so many problems going on right now, but I want to free you real quick. I said, what? Your mobile barbershop broke down on an off day. You still got a physical barbershop. I said, George, we got problems on levels people can't win on. With 10, he said, I needed that. Because if we're not careful, we develop this woe it's me. It's like my children just want, wait. You mad because he's struggling with an honors class? Well, my mama just won't get it. Mama. But she's still alive? It's perspective. It's just, I ain't trying to be funny, but like everybody think why y'all think I'm rich? Everybody always ask you. Maybe they see something in you. I gotta go. You can play because I'll keep going. It's perspective. But number 2, patience. It is the ability to remain steady while God works unseen. Patience is the ability to remain steady while God works unseen. Just because you can't see God does not mean God ain't moving. Am I preaching to anybody? God stretches your capacity to wait without doubt, panic, or forcing outcomes. That's why Isaiah 40:31 says, but those who wait upon God, wait upon the Lord. But look at the Message version. They get fresh strength. I like translation sometimes so it can give me a different perspective. They get fresh strength. You want to know what I hear when I hear fresh strength? None of my millennials, my millennials may know this, all right? None of my young people, 30s and 20s, you ain't going to get this right here, okay? You got to be 40 and above to get what I'm finna say right here, okay? Hey, everybody 40 and old like me, all right? I want you to finish this. What do we call it when you super tired, then you get a burst of energy? My second win? Hey, that second win, you'll be dog tired. Then something hit you, you be like, oh, I done got my second win. They that wait upon the Lord get that second win. That fire. Thank you. This is Mother Jimmy. To run on and see what the end gonna be. They spread their wings and soar like eagles. They run and don't get tired. This is critical. Why Pastor Mike is so critical? Because patience keeps us steady when we can't see what God up to. Can I say something that's very simple and you receive it? You may not see it, but he's up to something. He up to something. I want you to get like your pastor. When I tell you, if you ever heard me and God talk, you'll be weak. We be talking. I like, God, I don't know what you're up to, but I know you up to something because I don't see nothing. And if I don't see nothing, that means you must be doing something. Unless you ain't doing something, because even when you ain't doing nothing, you're doing something. Because your nothing is something, but I'd much rather you do something, even though I don't see you doing nothing. Hey, man, what you up to? And God is like, just be patient. Number 3, discipline. I got to go fast. The willingness to do what is right, not what is easy. God develops consistency, structure, and obedience. Many prayers are not answered by miracles alone. This is a strong statement I'm finna make. Many prayers are not answered by miracles alone, but by habits, boundaries, and stewardship. Make that make sense, Pastor Mike? Okay, y'all ready for this? God wouldn't have to give us a financial miracle if we had better spending habits. There are times when we need a financial miracle. Can I get an amen? There are times when I done tithed and I done budgeted, but God, I need you to do something. But then there are also times where I chose to go on a vacation. I chose to do something crazy. I decided I deserved it. And now I just need God to fix my decision. Hold your hand up and don't leave me hanging right now. You knew. You sat there and said, no, this is what I'm going to do. I get paid on. And whenever you say this is what I'm going to do, that is dangerous. Do what I'm going to do right here. I get paid on the 14th. The bill ain't due technically. They want it on the 1st, but technically it ain't due to the next 15th. So what we going to do is we finna go to Vegas. We going to go do so-and-so. I'm going to get the outfit, but when I get, I'm going to do so not this check. But that next check gonna cover this. And what happened? Everything, you do it. The out of nowhere, I think Apple the devil. It's like them apps you forgot about start coming out. You saw an ad that could fix your makeup and you just got that $9.99 and doom. There's something else, doom. Now out of nowhere, it's like, Lord. No. Do it, Lord. And what God say? God be like, look at them. Look at them. Hey, do me a favor. You remember, they got some, just go ahead and send it, put it in the mail, bless them. And God, come through. And what you do? God, I thank you. He got you out of it. He got you out of it. What you do the next 2 months? So now God says, and let's let that get turned off. Maybe they need to feel this. Let's let it get turned off. Let them hurt a little while. Let's build their endurance, because endurance builds repeatability. Ooh. And so now, after you had to sit in it, and he gave you the strategy, and you got the process, this year you like, I'm good. They go to, I don't know if other nationalities do this, but all black people, this is the I ain't got no money statement. I got food at the house. I got food at the house. We good. I got food at the house. I ain't got to go.
Hey, you two, the guy on your poster.
You know his name?
Let's just say he's an old friend.
Hello! Harry Gidges! Who told you that was my name? We've always known it. Obviously.
Who told you that name?
Those guys?
They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Wait, what's wrong with calling you Harry Gidges, Harry Gidges?
Because that's my real name.
Yeah, we know it is Harry Gidges.
Oh, that line.
Like we're always saying, morning, Harry Gidges. How you doing, Harry Gidges? Happy birthday, Harry Gidges.
Stop saying it.
Why, Harry Gidges?
That's not the name I've been using.
What do you mean, Harry Gidges?
I've been living under a pseudonym for the last 20 years.
Looks more like a fedora, Harry Gidges.
Not my hat. A pseudonym is a fake name. It was given to me by the witness protection people when they moved me to Werewolf for my own safety.
Why, Harry Gidges?
I testified in court against some very bad people. And ever since then, I've had to live under the fake name you know me by.
Which is Mr.
secret house. If the front door's locked, there's a key on the wicket home. How on earth did they find out where I live?
Lucky guess?
Then I got no choice. I'm gonna have to skip town and leave behind the new life and beautiful home.
That's beautiful overselling. Dude, that's tough. Yeah, sorry.
Including Ambassador
I got, you don't have to skip town to think that you're...
The council will have
I don't think pretending he's a vet is gonna help. No, they'll leave if they think he's already kicked the bucket. I know exactly what to do.
They'll pay. They always pay. 10 billion credits per head, or I start facing them one by one. I watch this unfold from my position.
Cleaning the windows. Now I have lost
My
my
three-fingered
mind.
hands
I hope there is no
as I
tragic
monitored the
consequence.
distress signals flooding every military channel within 5 sectors. As the ship's communications officer, I had no choice but to relay Rocco's threat to the authorities and believe the threat created. The council's response predictable, bureaucratic, a promise to deliver, a brief quotation, a guarantee no military action would be taken while talks proceeded. Broncos had heard it all before. This was his 17th successful hijacking in full standard flight. He quoted the script better than the council representatives themselves.
It worked! Throwing that dummy out of the window was a great idea. Now I get to keep a laugh in my beautiful home.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to fall out of the window. It was meant to look like you were in the house when you
My console lit up with an incoming transmission.
This might not be the best time to ask, but would you rather we call you Harry Gadgets or Harry Gadget?
You never talk to me.
Unknown vessel approaching, I called out, my voice cracking slightly. Single ship, small, refusing to identify. Broncos uncrossed his upper arm, his compound eyes narrowing. Weapons? Scanning now. I manipulated the controls, feeling sweat begin to form on my dorsal ridge. Minimal armament. Looks like a transport shuttle. Maybe a courier.
Well, this is weird.
Blowing out of space.
That nuclear looks exactly like
Trick
Principal
held
Brown.
up one clawed hand. It's broadcasting on an open channel, audio only. The voice that came through the speakers was calm, too calm. It had that strange flat quality that human voices sometimes carry, like they were discussing the weather rather than a hostage situation involving 53 counts of tension. Roscoe, my name is Captain Elena Reed, United Earth Diplomatic Corps. I'm coming aboard to negotiate.
It's in the ship.
The bridge went silent. Even the ambient hum of the engine seemed to fall. Roscoe stared at the view screen, then it tripped.
Don't get me started on her.
I said, no girl talk!
Is that
Yourself. So I got this weird rush of cheeks and
coming aboard?
It's fine to me.
Alone?
Alright, I take it back.
Apparently.
It's fine.
Okay, so Miss Simeon means everything. And when I say everything, I mean every terrible thing as well.
Oh, dude, I feel you. Wait, do you mind if I call you dude?
Only if I can call you brother.
Yeah, pass. So what I meant, Principal Brown, is that I get what you're saying. Penny's developed this super weird laugh recently.
I want to see this.
It's like a clown gargling a haunted hole.
Why don't you tell her?
Because I prefer my heart beating safely inside my chest rather than being held in front of my screaming face.
Yeah, to be honest, there are some things I avoid telling Miss Simeon.
Like what?
Our morning path can turn off all here. In fact, it's gotten to the point where I don't bother redecorating.
Why don't you confront her about it?
Because she will bite the gum. She will bite me in the neck. And if that doesn't finish me, without a doubt, the resulting infection will. Wait a second. Perhaps there's a way we could, you know, reach her around.
I see what you mean.
Do you? Because that was a genuine question.
Yeah, I take care of Simeon, you take care of Penny, right?
Accident.
What? The Latin for thing.
Oh, yes, that's a much less illegal idea. Let's shake
They
it.
consumed toxins for recreation and called it having a good time. Most species kept them at arm's length, both literally and figuratively. Unpredictable didn't mean harmless, and Roscoe was no fool. As the use of the Bronco
notably short by galactic standards, barely reaching the chest height of the smallest crew member present. She wore a simple gray uniform with minimal insignia. No armor, no visible weapons. Her hair was straight back in a functional style, and her face held an expression of mild interest, like she'd just arrived at a mildly engaging museum exhibit. Lactose, I presume. She looked up at the pirate king without a trace of fear. Nice sport. I especially like what you've done with the torture chamber. Very well. The silence.
All right, I need to say something.
Nobody
Okay,
moved.
you know sometimes there are these things that seem really awkward, but they're not really, and it's like way better if someone just tells you, but it's a little touchy, so they try to put it in the most delicate way possible. Okay.
A human with a sense
Your
of
breath smells so bad, your face should be wearing
how
diapers.
delightful. Tell me, little creature, do you understand the situation?
Well, I didn't have to
just
go to the
walked
hospital.
into?
The nurse said it was in the morning, just to surgically remove the pencil.
Well, I can't thank you enough for what you've done, buddy, so I'm not going to thank you at all. You're welcome.
Despite being
What about the other part of the plan?
The plan worked brilliantly, so brilliantly, in fact, that we don't need to do the rest of it. We should quit while I'm at it.
What? If you think you can wuss out of this, you got another thing coming. You promised to tell Penny that...
Standard pirate protocol, really. I've read your
I can see you, Principal Brown.
very thorough. The incident with the Proxima trading post was particularly imaginative. You've read my mind. Roscoe leaned down, bringing his face level with hers. Up close, his mandibles could have taken her head clean off. And you still smiled. That's either courage or
Just like a my full 200-page notepad, and I don't want it to go to waste.
Elena smiled. And that's
So,
when I
how's it
noticed
going?
something odd about human expressions. They could smile while their eyes remained completely cold. Now, shall we
Sorry,
go?
I haven't said anything in a while.
How long have you been in here?
It's hard to tell. After a day or so, you lose track of time. It takes much longer to repair a car than I thought. Anyway, do you have like a granola bar or some chips or something? Because those aren't abs, you swear. It's my spine protruding through my stomach.
Are you sure you aren't taking this a bit too far?
No! I got this meal last night. This is how far I'm prepared to go!
Okay, I got
Take our
Good.
guest to the
Now,
bridge.
could you push me out of your car, please? I got the muscle mass of a J-Rock
Tear
singer.
her arms off. Just the arms? Elena snapped out pleasantly. No. The head first. The arms. Roscoe confirmed, his eyes glittering with something between amusement and madness. Then the legs. Then we'll see how much strong. Looking forward to it. They brought her to the bridge. They have binocular vision, which means they focus intensely on whatever they're looking at. When Elena swept her gaze across the bridge, I felt like she was cataloging every mistake, every crew member, every potential move. It was the look of a predator I realized was still, not the mindless aggression of a carnivore, but the calculated assessment of something that hunted using its brain rather than its claws.
I don't need to know where it came from.
So, I'll be free. Roscoe settled into his grand chair and groaned under his weight.
If I go
You're
down,
here to
I'm
negotiate.
taking you with me.
The council has authorized
I'm going to sit in the back and complain
Not
all the way
exactly.
and keep asking you
Elena
to quit then.
examined the
Well, if
bridge
you're going to
with
expel
apparent
me anyway, I'm going to tell Miss Simeon that you put me up to this.
Go ahead. I'd love to see you try.
Mill set, stolen from a Corson destroyer.
You asked for this person. You're making a big mistake, son. This school is mine. I control everything here.
The word hung in the air like a dropped grenade. Crystal mandibles thick rapidly. What? Elena repeated calmly. One time and experience this is free. You let everyone on that building know, and I The sound came out as a nervous chirp, and several crew members turned to glare at me. But honestly, the absurdity of the situation exceeded my capacity for professionalism. Roscoe stood flat.
Why push that button?
You sour man.
Well, I will teach you for trusting a hench, cornflakes.
You used to me.
That's right.
I used you as a pawn to get rid of Miss Simeon's fetid breath, which was so bad it triggered our smoke detectors.
And when you threatened to tell Lucy the truth,
I used my powers to crush you, but in your life.
a quick risk. Actually, that sounds pretty bad, I said out loud. Oh my God! I've broken my oath as guardian of the school. I've become a principal without principles. All because I was scared of telling Penny Fitzgerald about a stupid laugh. A laugh that sounds like she's gotten her insides up through her mouth. Your words, come on. I should have just done my part of a simple laugh. You get rid of the Simmons toxic pile of papers, and I get rid of that laugh that sounds like a circus mule operating a pneumatic drill. There's Stanley again.
No.
Our military follows rules, protocols, the Council's precious regulations about proportional response to collateral damage. But when a human gets taken,
Scientists have discovered a completely new color, a mixture of blue and red called bled. And here it is on TV for the first time.
Yeah,
typical. Stuff always breaks just when the war you go down.
When did it run out?
About 20 years ago.
I think there's something wrong with our mirror, too. I don't think that's the mirror. Yeah, you look like a pair of English buttocks. Yeah, well, at least I'm not eating kitty litter, huh? Ew, Mom! I got confused, okay? I thought it was in black and white at the supermarket. I chose that one because I like the picture. It literally says non-clumping on the box. I assumed that meant it was full of fiber. Okay, something weird is going on here. What?
Alright, everybody go now. I'll take care of this. Okay, Dark car, roll forward. Got you. Light brake. Medium brake. Move forward. You're gonna use something.
whether that could swing or spoil us, depending on the season. We survived all of that without
Excited for our blind date and first kiss. I'll be the one wearing gray.
no venomous fangs, no psychic abilities. He captured him. Just this. And the absolute stubborn refusal to give
I don't have to spend my life supporting this team anymore. Now I can finally dedicate my time to my real passion. Some magic. Then I can get back to the greatest best animal, embroidery.
And your people send their best
Embroidery. Magic.
Then find out. Is that it? Close, Selena says. Except for the part where you show them. That's not really how it works. Then enlighten me. Selena's expression didn't
Come on, man. No, watch out, dude. It's all right. I got this. Ow! Right in the neck.
5 cycles ago, Braxton Warlord took
What is going on here? This place looks like a gas station restaurant. What do you
demanded
think?
weapons and
what happened. Really just clean up chance at Gumber
The Warlord thought he was tough, that he had leverage. He executed one of the aid workers on live broadcast to prove he
One
was
last thing.
serious.
Could you point the way out?
He paused,
Sure, Sally.
letting the silence build.
I really don't know why I
36
thought that would help.
hours later, that warlord and his entire operation ceased to exist. The
There
station's
might be
security
trouble
footage
ahead.
showed
Yeah,
12
I can
demons
smell
entering through what should have been impregnable
she's a
defenses.
pop one.
They weren't soldiers. The council checked. They were just
Why?
What's
wrong with this?
retired medical
You think the recycling
What they
is
did to
giving
that
up?
warlord
Wait, that's
was
what?
never officially reported. The rumor spread fast.
So what? Wait, the what, dude? You look like a trucker's elbow! You look like a medieval coin set! Wait, they stopped recycling, didn't they? And burned a hole in the ozone layer!
The reason you never targeted
rules of bingo are the only rules in the whole hotel. Wow! Alright, you know what? Is that a man for itself now? By the way, what is it? The teacher used to volunteer there and give it up to
that I should be afraid of accountants and teachers. Believe what you want, Elena shrugged.
Atmosphere's getting kind of creepy. Yeah, it's like we're being haunted.
Take the boring route,
Not haunted.
negotiate with the county, drag this out, eventually get your money. Or take the interesting route. That's how they do it. Your reputation will grow tremendously.
Aren't you supposed to be nice, build birdhouses and play the bugle and jump? Our scoutmaster left us, so we're an army without a leader. This is our territory now. You're either with us or against us. What's our motto then?
Waiting for the decision.
Starts with B.
I caught tricks in the eye.
You even men who wear short shorts in the woods? Badges! No cool badges, right? You want badges? When the leader left, we found his stash of badges. We have all the badges. Wait, aren't you supposed to earn them by actually learning the skills?
By never, ever.
So did you technically learn how to tie knots?
But he was also proud. And proud creatures often make interesting decisions.
Kinda didn't earn their self-defense
Very
badges
well,
either.
he said. I accept your offer of leaving. You
Looks like we
stay,
found the
everyone
source of it
else
all.
goes.
Come on,
But
let's
know this,
investigate.
if your mysterious rescue is found, I will enjoy tearing them apart.
What am I talking about? There's no reason we wouldn't.
Fair enough. I'll need to send a message to the school.
Like just pointlessly screws up the dust that Joe eventually turned into.
Send your message. Watcher waved dismissively. Then we'll see how long your courage lasts in the holding cell. I routed the unit, communication through my console, and Elena spoke clearly into the pickup. This is Captain Reed.
Whatever it is,
I've
no one ever thought
negotiated
to
the
have it
release of
anyway.
all hostages.
Alright, fine.
You have safe passage to leave the area immediately. Do not
That's
attempt
why
the
you stopped all your
rescue.
voluntary work.
Repeat.
But why? You were doing great.
No
matter how much I try, the world will never be perfect. Well, how to get back on the horse? Oh, I thought it. Because we need people like you to do all that work, so that people like me don't have to. There's no point, Gumball. People don't change. Goodness knows I tried to stay positive and turn the other cheek. But what happens when you run out of cheeks to turn? Well, I could think of a couple more cheeks. Cheeks lives of so many people. Yeah, but what about me? In spite of all the effort I made to be friends, you still can't look me in the eye. That's not true. Alan, we are friends. You're through. See? He's physically incapable of saying anything remotely positive about me. Tell him more. Give him a hug.
She moved to comply, then hesitated.
things got to this point. It all started yesterday evening. I remember it as if it were yesterday.
Like it barely survived atmospheric entry.
Why do we have to go back to school? Or at least for the whole day then? How can someone be so grumpy going to a charity ball? Especially when it's about building a better future for children. Yeah, one chocolate fountain at a time.
Well, it's supposed to raise awareness for the children of tomorrow as we have no blood sugar today.
Maybe more generations should have thought about our future before ruining the economy. And the environment. And the education system. And writing checks that like following their kids. Not really is what I think should be said.
You think we had it easy? When I finished high school, all I had was $3 in my pocket. So what did I do? I bought a house, a car, and started a family. And the other $2 went to my savings.
You guys just don't realize, do you?
I realize that in spite of how self-entitled my kids are, I still have space in my heart to think about their future.
What's this in your stomach for free farm cocktails for lunch? And if you really care about us, why did we have to be stuck in a room with some barred bin VHS tape? Well, you animals party like it's 1999 BC.
For your information, it will be a very formal and civilized evening.
Yeah, this is a distraction.
Understanding finally dawned.
There must be some way to open that door. I've tried everything. Turning the handle clockwise, turning it counterclockwise, not turning it, staring at it for a while. Telling you about it, I'm more worried about the heat. If the heat, our saloon getting home much longer. That seems like it. I'm hungry.
It's not in our nature.
Okay, I'd like to point out that as my parents paid for half of this fundraiser, 90% of that trip belongs to me.
Not how that works.
Check your textbook.
True, Marcus agreed.
You whatever Tobias wants? What? This textbook was generously funded by the Wilson family?
We just need to be here.
You're welcome. That's not fair. Who knows how long we're going to be stuck in here for? We need to apportion our resources equally. Apportion resources equally?
Sounds to me like highfalutin city garble. Keep all the food for yourself. You should do what we simple country folk call good old-fashioned equitable distribution of pie.
Johnny, you're so woke. But if you truly cared about the cause, you'd be giving that food to the endangered trees of the Amazon.
What? What the sheeple? The other people we should worry about coming through that door and stealing our food.
The door's locked, Joe. That's the main part of our problem.
Not according to my sources.
Where are you getting your information from?
www.networkalternativechurch.org. I'm too clever to let myself get manipulated by the mainstream media, which brings me to my next problem.
How you'll never find love and end up marrying an anime pillar?
No, that's number 3. I think I'm coming down with some weird disease. Doctors say my heart's gone black and my back breath, maybe due to my soul rotting. Well, there isn't much to discuss about that food anyway. It already belongs to me.
Shouldn't we focus on the rising temperature? It's kind of boiling in here.
I can tell if the temperature continues to rise at this rate, in 3 hours this room will be lit.
Sounds pretty good.
We're going to literally on fire. It is a scientific fact.
That's like stars.
They're always in the sky, but you can't always see them.
No, they're all shiny holes in the dark light of my ignorance. I don't like them.
Okay, guys, what are we going to do about food?
We track animals for days. Follow display the township fit between civilian vessels, each one crewed by ordinary humans who drop everything to come to this sector. No military backing, no official support. Just people who heard the call and answered. What do you want? Roscoe asked finally, his voice repeated. Let me go, Elena said gently. Take passage to any of those ships, and in exchange, they all need no retaliation, no revenge. We go our separate ways.
What? No, they said they won't stop.
Just
But
like
they want
that.
a slack jawed
I
bozo to
walk
take
out.
charge.
You
Then
continue your
I shall
career of
be their
piracy,
champion.
preferably
But
targeting species who don't take it quite so personally. Everyone wins. The silence from the bridge was absolute. I could hear my own breathing, rapid and shallow. Could see the tension in every crew member's posture. Roscoe looked at the tactical display one more time.
Dude,
7 ships now. Then he looked back at Elena Reed, this tiny human who walked onto his ship alone and somehow orchestrated the most effective rescue operation I've ever witnessed without firing a single shot. Go, she said. Get off my ship. All of you. Get out. Elena's smile, genuine warmth replacing the cold assessment from
This
before.
is serious.
Pleasure doing business
And
with
vote
you, Roscoe.
wisely. Our
And for what it's
future,
worth,
everyone's
I meant what I
future,
said.
depends on it.
You're smart, adaptable, and you survive when most wouldn't.
Watterson, you solemnly
Find
swear
a
that I will
better line of
execute
work.
in their desire
The
for change.
galaxy could
The people
use
forgot
someone
that
like
they
you
can get
on the
shortchanged,
right
but there's
side.
only one guy.
He
I
turned
mean,
and
how much
walked
harm
toward
can
the
it do?
entrance, the sky ablaze with rays. The guards parted
And that
towards
brings
her.
us back to
Her
that.
light
I
was
know
the
they'll
oil
blame
change.
me, but it
At
was
the
once said
threshold,
that the
she
higher we
paused
soar,
and
the
looked
smaller
back.
we appear to salty little people
And
who
Roscoe?
can't fly because they're losers
One
and
more
therefore
thing.
blame me for
If
every
you
little
ever
thing even though they
change your
kind of
mind
elected
about
you in
the
the
whole
first place.
piracy
What's
business,
the doing?
or if
Dictating
you're
my
always
will.
looking
What
for
do you do
people
the
to
type?
take you
An
step,
eagle.
legal
Next.
means, of
Agent.
course.
This is
The
not
pay
the
is
time.
confident
Fine.
and
She said
significantly
company.
fewer
The flickering
humans
light
show up
reflected in his
to
fierce,
ruin her
imperious
plans.
eyes. Gumball, you're
Then she
responsible
was
for the whole
gone.
school falling
The
apart.
airlock
Now it's time to get
cyclone
your people
closed
back
behind
together.
her.
All
On
right,
my
fine.
console, I watched the shuttle detach from our hull
Everybody
and navigate
stop!
toward the nearest civilian vessel. The
In
moment she
these
docked
troubled
safely,
times, a true
all
leader must
70
take
plus
it upon
human
himself
ships
to
began
unify
turning
his
away,
people.
firing
Maybe
up
what
their
you need is a
SOS
common
drives one
enemy.
by one.
Someone to take
Within
the
an hour,
blame for the greater good.
like they'd never been there at all.
And it is my duty
Except
to inform you
everyone on
that
our ship
enemy
knew they had this, and
is in
everyone
it.
knew
What?
they could
What?
come
You
back.
just nodded. That meant we were cool.
Roscoe slumped in his command chair, looking
Anyone else
older
want to take the
somehow.
blame?
Good night.
It's so hot, the whole school's
This
crumbling.
close to the Frontier Nebula,
Daddy, wait
an
for me.
excellent seed, and we could
What are we gonna
disappear
do?
for a while.
We use everyone's skills.
Sir,
We can go
Trick
through this
ventured
together.
carefully. What do we tell the
Spies, what are you
crew?
doing? Throwing money at the
Tell
problem.
them the
Okay,
truth.
money isn't the solution to every
He
problem.
stared at the empty
It is if
space
you've got
where
enough.
70 ships had been.
have me late for recipients class again. I've already been late once this week. Well, 3 times if you count the other 2 times. So I can't let her catch me again or she'll give me detention. And there's no way she's gonna catch me this time. I mean, it's not like I'm doing it on purpose. I'm just a heavy sleeper, you know? I mean, you wouldn't want to be woken up at 7 a.m., would you? I mean, you would because you're old. What is it with old people getting up this early? I guess you're just trying to drag out the last few days of life you got left. Anyways, have a nice day, bye.
Morale I pushed my ration
I need to borrow your horse. I need to borrow your horse.
Exactly my
Wow, it really does sound like trash.
wherever humans go. Why are we still here? Because once you see a human
Stop again. My 10-second
I
count.
wanted to say
10, 9,
because once you've understood something, the rest of the crew isn't quite correct. Those 7 ships that the one-time show report, they were a demonstration of what happens when you cross that particular line. But I kept my thoughts to myself, sipping my meal in silence. The call came on a Tuesday. Well, what passes for Tuesday in Galactic Standard Time? I was running diagnostics on the long-range communications array.
That's alright. I got this annoying breathing technique that's gonna make it as hard for her as it is for me.
Military-grade encryption, but not from any military I recognize.
Cool story, Gumball. What?
My dorsal ring prickles with
Whoa,
unease.
Clayton, you're disguised as a water fountain? Yeah, well, nothing interesting ever happens to me, so I thought I'd try becoming inanimate objects. And spoiler alert, nothing interesting ever happens to them either.
Faster than my
Samantha, finally! We've been waiting so long, Angela's clothes are back in
Play it. I routed the message through the main
Oh, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't then cleared to reveal that now familiar calm voice.
Boring. We're not all like you, Gumball, running around stopping the school from being blown up or wrestling an alligator.
I don't think you ever wrestled an
I'm reaching out with a business proposition.
Dude, you're wasting your talent. If nothing cool happens to you, why not just change into someone else? If I've learned one thing from movies, it's that the key to happiness is never be yourself.
Okay, then I'll be garbage.
So, what are we gonna do? I do not sound like that. Try clearing your throat.
The message ended. The bridge fell silent except for the ambient hum of ship systems.
No offense, but
Trick
kind
was the
of
first
a
to
sidekick. If you want real
It's
excitement, you gotta aim a little higher. You know,
Obviously,
someone a little more awesome.
but he
You
was
know,
staring
someone
at
who's
the
a little
coordinates
me. You can be
displayed
me.
on my
Okay.
screen with an expression I couldn't quite read. Why would she contact me
I know. I can
specifically
sit your
after
detention
what
for
happened?
you.
Maybe she
Well, aren't
wants
you gonna
revenge.
stop him? It's not right that he should be taking your punishment. Oh, Clayton, no, please don't sit my detention for me. It'll be a really bad
If she
idea.
wanted revenge,
I mean, you couldn't hear me. I tried hard.
she'd have taken it 3 cycles ago when she had 70
Look,
ships at her
if
back.
Clayton was the water
This is
fountain,
something
then I must have been drinking. Come on, let's go before Simeon catches the real me.
What would you do if you were in my position? Good morning, kid. But there's rare official opinion, especially not from someone as low-ranking as a communications officer.
Hey guys, it's me.
Yeah, and it's
Not because I trust her,
just out of interest, Rocky. How many of us
when
do
they
you see?
specifically ask for your attention,
I'm doing like you said. You know, I'm Rocky.
whatever
You
they
can't drive.
Oh, Ken,
Gumball, you started this. You have to stop it. But how do you stop someone when they could be
hold stealth approach. Prep the
don't
escape
want to do
pod.
it, do you?
If this goes sideways,
I'm Doctor.
the journey took 36 hours at maximum sustained speed. The coordinates led us to an abandoned mining station in Outer
I'm sorry about the bad
A
driving.
region so
I just gotta
far
admit
from
it was fun.
civilized space
Oh,
that
Dr.
most
Van,
star
we got a couple of
charts
patients we
didn't
need you to attend to.
Sure.
The station
Let me get my,
its solar panels long since
What up,
degraded into useless
He's the
metal
best gosh
frameworks.
darn surgeon I've ever met.
I'm detecting one ship.
What? This can't be happening. My twin brother, I haven't seen you since last Sunday. Yes, here I am.
Negative.
In Elmore.
Sensors are clear
For
for
perfectly
25
normal.
minutes in every direction.
Legitimate reason.
Wait, Clayton's over there. We need to stop him. He'll certainly be easier than figuring out whatever
I'm going
this
over.
is.
If I'm not back in 2 hours, or if you detect
Tell me again what he looked like. He's about yay tall with a hat, a green shirt, and an orange tie. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna give you a 10-second wants away from all of that food.
I walked through the external cameras as rockets and shuttle crossed the void between our ship and the station. The open airlock cycled with agonizing slowness, as though we haven't been using this way. Then we disappeared entirely. Nobody could breathe or breathe. The 2 hours felt like elastic time. Trick
Well, at least he made it safe for us to
I
cross the
monitored
road.
every frequency assigned to
That was
this
awesome.
vessel.
This was such a good
The
idea.
rest of the crew went about their duties with course normal pace, but everyone kept glancing at the chronometer. At the 90-minute mark, my console lit up. Transmission from the station. Audio complete. Put it through. Trick ordered. Elena's voice filled the bridge. This is Reed to the ship lurking behind the moon.
Why didn't you say so?
Your captain is fine.
Birthday
We're
to
finishing
you.
up our
Happy
discussion.
birthday.
He'll be heading back shortly.
My cake
Oh,
is there, my
a nice stealth approach, but your reactor signature is leaking on your portable cell. Might want to
Show
get
me
that
no
checked.
more.
And Reed's out. Trix and I exchanged glances. She'd known we were there the entire time. Of course she had.
Really, sir?
20 minutes later, Roxosa's shuttle docked. It strode onto the bridge,
tickets are cheap.
unloaded,
Go right ahead.
and headed straight for
Excuse
his
me,
quarters
did you see a guy
without
or
a
woman,
word.
old or young, tall or short?
We jumped to
Okay,
FTL
this will
an
be
hour
easy. The
later.
beer won't be empty at this time,
Coordinates
though.
all confirmed. When Trix finally tracked down Roxo to ask where we were going, he was in the cargo bay, taking inventory of our weapons stockpile.
I know who you really
We
are.
have a job, he said.
I smell a rat.
Sorry, kid, that was me.
Eagle. Busted.
The
It's no good.
explanation
Ask
mandatory
everybody.
assembly on the main floor.
And this is no time to be trolling.
His massive frame casting
Salty.
long shadows under the harsh
Big
lighting.
Clayton.
The entire crew was
Sorry.
present.
And that's
About 40
Clayton.
beings from a dozen different species, all confused and increasingly afraid.
Sounds good.
3 cycles ago, Roxo
Okay,
began,
well, as
his
you're
voice
already down
carrying
there,
easily
you
across
gotta
the
sort it
station.
out.
A crew walked onto the deck and changed everything. Not through force, not through
I'm
threat,
sorry, I should have
but
told
by
you to be
showing
someone
me what
else.
happens
I was
when you
wrong.
make an
Other
enemy of an
people's lives
entire
are so much
species
more
that
exciting,
refuses to
especially
operate by
yours.
conventional
Yes, that is
rules.
true, but you gotta be
Nerves dribbled
yourself.
through the
Live your
crowd.
own life.
I
One
stood
thing
near the edge,
snowball. Only
watching
you
the
can
action.
solve this terrible
Since then,
situation. That's
we've
just
been
what we do.
vibing,
We run around for a while and then we save the day.
sympathetic,
Usually it's fun until
and tired of it.
You're right.
You were
Sometimes we
tired
sing.
of it. So I met with Captain
I
Reed
think we're all
today.
good song
He made me an offer.
Yeah, I guess so.
He paused, letting the captain speak. Roxo has always had a flair for drama. The outer reaches falling apart. Colony worlds out here have no protection from raiders, cruisers, or worse. The council thinks we don't patrol on Mars. Local officials are overwhelmed. So the human government is contacting private security firms. Mercenaries, essentially. But legally, things don't work. Ones that get paid very well to do exactly what these are doing. Just point
I made a
at
deal with
different
Gumball in the
cars.
movie theater. He let me do all the running around saving the day bit as long as I promise to be myself from now on.
Roxo waved one hand for silence.
I'm
We're
staying true to
pirates,
myself from now on. As per your
and not
advice.
depending on luck. But Captain Reed made a compelling argument. We have skills, resources, experience, things that an elite colony desperately needs. And in exchange for providing those things, we get pardons, clean records, legitimate tariffs, and we never have to worry about 70 civilian ships showing up to ruin our day because we'll be on the right side for once. It's a trick, someone yelled from the middle of the crowd. The humans want us where they can control us. Maybe. But the humans don't know. We keep running, keep hiding. Eventually, our luck runs out. We cross the wrong species, take the wrong option, and end up as cautionary tales told in gangster bars. Or we take this chance. Prove we're more than just pirates. drop you at the nearest neutral station with enough credits to start over. No judgment, no hard feelings. You have strict power to decide.
What can I
The assembly broke up in
please.
discussion.
That's the doctor's license.
Yes, that'll be $100.
All right, keep your hands on the wheel. Guys, get what he's got back there.
Convinced this was a trap. Most were simply uncertain because there's no one to stop them. Chaos
This
out
is
here.
some creepy doll.
To the outer reach with a skeleton crew and a cargo.
What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine.
The coordinates
What was that, Frank?
Captain Reed provided led us to a planet called New-China.
I really wish I was in bed today.
By raiders described as cycles. The local militia
We're gonna need some reinforcements, sir. Oh, come on, Cooper. How big can one truck be?
They lost 47 men, including most of the mobile defenders. We set up base in their largest settlement.
Everything looks so
Sprawling
beautiful,
collection of
though, like
prefabricated
the
buildings
world.
surrounded by
Where do these love handles come from?
to the horizon.
Ah,
The locals
my wife,
watched
she looks
with
like a mouse.
understandable
What
suspicion.
kind of dark
Hard
magic
to
is
blame
this?
them.
They're not magic.
Still look like pirates.
All right. Most of that stuff looks pretty illegal.
All the right
Allegedly,
in here.
Elena Reeves arrived 2 days later in a proper military
Just
transport
thousands of dollars. We're taking you
accompanied by
downtown.
a team of logistics
there.
and
Sir, he's getting away.
outfitted.
He's making a U-turn so he can take the correct exit. Maybe he's made a mistake and will realize that isn't the way to the precinct.
Rocktook, Trick, myself, and the colony leadership all gathered around a holographic display. Thank you all for coming. Elena looked fresher than she had any right to after weeks of travel and coordination. Let me be clear about
Good point, Sergeant. Where's the ice cream?
Don't you mean to go back and retrieve that notebook?
By the
Sorry,
time
you're
we
right. We
arrived,
should definitely go for ice cream.
Okay, and then we check on it.
That's
we're
right.
on our
Yeah.
own out
And
here.
chicken.
She manipulated the display, highlighting several locations in red. These are known raider bases within striking distance. We've identified at least 4 groups operating in this sector. Slavers,
Sun was rising over the
they learned that
and there was
colonies like
something
New
intoxicating
are
in the air.
minimal defenses,
It was
valuable
love.
and no
Which brings us to a lonely young girl called Tony. She lived her life in the safety zone, but there's no medication for falling head over heels.
our job
Anymore. Alan rushed over. Did it hurt? Alan said, the gentle light glistening on his chiseled features. Not as much as all these years of yearning for you, she said, her heart in her mouth. Without further ado, they kissed, their lips crashing into each other, forever oblivious to the world around them. I had been living 7 weeks alone.
everything that makes this colony look vulnerable. Meanwhile, Rocktook and his crew will provide hidden security. When raiders come, and they will come, you'll be ready.
In that moment, I felt something I'd never felt before.
A nervous, healthy speeder mind raised the tentacles.
Without further ado, they kissed, the waves of their love sweeping away everything around them.
We'll call in reinforcements.
I would say it looks like Cupid needs to lay
And
off
the
the
display
Emperor for a
shifted to
while.
show a network of
I've been meaning to ask you for a long time.
I've been building contacts throughout the outer reach. Other reformed pirate crews, independent mercenaries, even a few retired military types looking for purpose.
There is a lot of realness there, Mr. Small.
If things escalate.
This will truly represent our
For another hour,
and it'll
covering
look great on
logistics,
my shoulder.
defensive
Now,
positions,
I'm
and
running.
regional engagement. Elena
What
was
the
first.
what? Hey,
I had to get
How's it
out
going,
of that.
guys?
we can't let this guy get some Barbara. We need a
Every
diversion.
potential problem. So we're providing it.
I don't know, man. That doesn't seem so out of the ordinary for him.
Exactly. Smile, that same unsettling expression from our first meeting.
For you. I'm your cousin, Zachariah Lopez Kirby. I have a hyper mood and I like paragliding and nuts. I hate arguments and itchy accents. And Zachariah's girlfriend, Betsy. It's short for Alexandra. Backstory, I was raised by my uncle Tuchet and his twin dogs, Ramir and Castro. Catchphrase, this bird is out of control!
Suddenly, you are not the new species everyone ignores.
How often will she get to use that catchphrase? Dude, I think you were right. I don't see how this day could get any weirder. And here we go. What's up? Dude, get this all messed up! I know, right? You kidding me? Wearing sandals? I mean, you're gonna steal Henry from me! It's supposed to be car win! Not car, Paula! You unwrapping eliminator! And it looks like I didn't stop winning.
Contact inbound. Free shift. Matching signatures for the Talon Raiders. ETA 15 minutes.
This mess has got Sarah's name written all over it. How do
If
you know?
anything, he will satisfy.
Pounding in her chest. Pound said to Banana Joe. That's never seen legs. I was just writing some non-canon AT and AR shit, steel bar check here and there, and a bit of OOC, some OC drawings, of course, but mostly OTP script and fan service.
Setting up heavy weapons.
What? I was just writing love stories about everyone in Elmore.
I was stationed in the command center with Elena.
Where did you get this? Well, it fell off the back of the truck. That's not a
Three mid-sized ships dropping out of orbit.
Just take a look at what happened when you wrote it.
They were expecting easy prey.
What?
Panicked farmers. Maybe a few more.
It's like a commercial for male deodorant out there. Oh my gosh. So when I wrote all this, it became canon in reality.
The first ship took a direct hit to its port engine, sending it spiraling away from the center.
Right.
The second time to return fire, but our shielding
I probably need to destroy it thoroughly.
upgrade Elena had brought with her. The third ship tried to pull up and escape, but Rockport had positioned our own vessel perfectly. One shot from our main cannon, and their reactor went critical. The entire engagement lasted 4 minutes. When the smoke cleared, were burning less than 1/3 of the center, and the third was leaping away with emergency clusters, leaving strange.
You're gonna have to do it.
No casualties on our side. Zero
Mr.
damage.
Small looked at Larry and said, it's not you, Larry, it's me. Larry said, we can't see each other anymore. A heart flew over Mr. Small, and Larry was destroyed. You're making things worse! This is hard! Just keep it simple, right? Principal Brown, Jackie Wilson, Rosa.
Reform pirates making the outer reach safe. Which means funding,
I got
more
this.
equipment, more recruits, more opportunity. Like staring at that watching surviving raiders disappear into the black.
Good
You
job,
planned
dude.
this.
I haven't written
The
anything
whole
yet,
thing.
but I'll send a little something to delay them.
Get in. Make sure you remember. Demonstrated that
Father,
you're
Jeannie, and Tina were having a picnic. I knew it would be their last minute. Don't be so sad. What we had was beautiful. Let's eat, Father. Tina said. Wait, shouldn't there be a comma before Father? What difference does that make? And he said to children, it's over. And instead of twisted into a knot as he cried, Hot Dog Guy and Claire looked at each other with tears in their eyes. We need space, said Claire. I agree, keep quiet. I'm sorry, but this is moving too fast for me. I'm sorry, but this is moving too fast for me. This bird is out of control!
they find organized
And then Yuki said, I'm sorry, but this is moving too fast for me.
because they invented
Here's how much it costs for me to explain that to you. Now, follow my finger.
We're legal. We're funded. We're legit.
Interesting. How about...
More importantly, we're proving that people can change.
Well, as a medical practitioner, I don't like the sound of this at all. But as a part-time DJ, I'm kind of feeling it. Medium and dogs with even 100. 100! Money in the West to be 2020 focus. Stacks and stacks straight up to the ceiling. Hands in the yeah, you know the feeling.
Doctor, can you tell us what's wrong with her?
Yes, allow me to demonstrate. One of you do something stupid. I got it! Just as I suspected. Your daughter's been face-palming with her stupidity for so long it's becoming dangerous. Take a look at this x-ray. There will be serious consequences for her brain if she face-palms again. Let's assume this is a standard Watterson brain. If the face-palming continues, in 6 months she'll go from a Nicole to a gumball. In 9 months, she'll be a Darwin. By 12 months, she'll have the intelligence of an amoeba. And in 18 months, she'll have gone full Richard.
What should we do, Doctor?
I'm afraid there's only one cure. NIEs should not be exposed to any form of stupidity for an entire week. It's going to be pretty hard not to mess up, even with her wearing noise-canceling headphones. I mean, doctors kind of runs in our family. Just look at the Watterson coat of arms.
What does that Latin stuff mean? Insert family motto here.
Yeah, okay, guys. Just get on with it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 5 milkshakes and a double triple cheeseburger.
For the 5th time, sir, this is a hospital parking lot. There's no food here.
You forgot the napkin. No, more to the left. Almost there. Little bit further. There you go.
I think you're gonna put these noise-canceling headphones right here.
Two cheeseburgers, please, and hold the thing.
Show the guy and organize effective solutions in impossible situations.
And now is probably the time to drain ourselves. What do you mean? Well, I feel like a giant odor of stupidity, bloated and bursting, waiting for someone, anyone to milk me. I agree with Gumball on the content level. You might as well be at your most face-palmy while she's not here to witness it.
We're new to galactic politics. We don't have the military might of the Corsican Empire. Or the economic might of what we have is adaptability. Creativity. The will to follow nobody else. Recruiting a pilot to protect colonies was considered insane. Until it worked. Now they're asking how we do it and whether it can be replicated elsewhere. Can it? I think so. There are a lot of forgotten places in the galaxy, a lot of and a lot of beings with useful skills who just need a second properly. Erase your glance to the
Well, I think we found something even more infinite than the universe.
May they always be available.
Oh, right, two things. Your ability to emotionally manipulate you, and this family's stupidity.
It's not stupid if it works.
I'm gonna take NIEs to the mall, and by the time I get back, I want this house bleached clean.
People began departing for their shifts at home. I found
Pasta,
myself
huh?
alone.
Make gusta, as they say in Italy. 3 boxes of cereal, huh? Someone call the FBI. We have a serial killer here. Orange juice? Orange. You glad these are on special? You gotta get dill on these pickles. I am a dill, and I'm working at the till. We're supposed to call a checkout, but I'm gonna stick my neck out and say dill, till, 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 till until so deal with it. I am a dill. I'm still working at the till. Earn a dime and earn a nickel. With my pickle, wickle, pickle. Say till, 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 till until so deal with it. I had a little spill with my friendly little dill. Put you back into the jar with your herby vinegar. Say pickle, pickle, jar candy. Working jerky's can and bag of dill, pickle, dill, pickle. Deal with it, lady. That'll be $25.99. No, I'm sorry, ma'am. Your coupon's expired today at 12.
Come on, it's 12:01.
Store policy, not my fault.
Yes, it is. You just spent half an hour singing Don't Go Bacon My Heart to a pack of ham.
Sorry, man. Rules are rules.
Okay, I'm not getting into a fight with the teenager. Call your supervisor, please.
Bobby to the checkout. That's Bobby to the checkout.
Has something that makes them special.
How can Bobby help?
It's community.
How can you be in charge? You gotta be kidding. Literally. I mean, you're so young, I bet you don't know the alphabet yet.
That's our superpower, if you want to call it that.
my shareholders. Guys, would you mind stepping in? Sure, we didn't see the problem.
The Outer Reach Security Initiative had expanded to
Hello?
Hi, honey, so, yeah, could you help us settle an argument? When you said leave the house, did you mean that in a literal way, or was a metaphor?
What have you done?
Trade routes that had been abandoned were reopened.
I'm just gonna go around the block one more time, honey. Looks like the entrance to paradise. Fix it now!
Not just a single ship. He'd become something of a legend.
Your old man's got it all worked out.
We have to repaint the whole house in the next 10 minutes?
Don't be silly. We've got about 2.
That's impossible!
I think you mean fun possible.
Promoted to its chief intelligence officer.
Hello?
And Elena Reed.
That's small.
Lunch is in the oven.
Right. Why don't you watch a little TV, Emmons, while I go and check on the lunch?
But she checked in regularly, offering advice.
Hey guys, can you step in here for a moment?
What is Johnny?
Why is it upside down? It said on the pack to place it in the oven at 180 degrees.
You're probably not going to like dessert either.
What is it?
Crab with very brulee.
As
tomorrow there'll be high temperatures with a few ice strips and rain. Since we couldn't take a turn for the nurse, they'll be sure to take intensive care.
They offered second chances when conventional wisdom said some people were beyond redemption. Were they manipulating the situation to Earth's benefit? Elena had been clear about that from the
What? And I used to end up like the three of you. What do you
making
mean?
the galaxy genuinely better. More prosperous. More willing to give people opportunity.
I need everyone to stop acting like they use paint fuels for cologne. No, I haven't finished yet. This is about the future of your sister, okay? And I need you to think about yours as well. I mean, 10 years from now, NAE's may be the only difference between you two being in Penn State or State Penn. I'm still not finished. You can't do it for yourselves. At least do it for her. Can I speak now? Yes. She's gone.
They're unpredictable.
It was hard enough protecting her from your stupidity. Now we have to protect her from the whole world.
They would never met the people they've never met. They show up like nobody else does. They believe in sex.
Richard, do something.
And threaten one of them. They all step up.
Away from there. Away from there. What's wrong with your sight? You cause constant disruption.
A Union diplomat walked in the building and rushed out with orders. Not too quick. We were all together. A second chance. With the man. A partnership that mutual benefit rather than mutual destruction. And in the end, that changed everything. Not just for Roscoe Social Crew, but for the entire outer reach. For the galaxy's understanding of what humans are capable of. For every person who's been written off as beyond redemption, just who discovered the belief they could choose. Elena Reed didn't rescue hostages that day. She rescued possibilities. And the galaxy became a little bit better because of it. That's the human way, I suppose. Make things better, even if you benefit from them. Especially if you benefit from turn enemies to friends. And chaos to order. Turn pirates into protectors. And always show up when one of your friends. Because that's what makes them human. And that's what makes them dangerous.
To any form of
And that's what makes them
entire week.
all at the same time.
We've been out there for 36 hours. And 12 minutes.
The cafeteria smelled like overcooked protein.
Well, the symptoms are regular headaches, stress, face pounding, and a normal amount of shouting.
Trying to make myself as small as possible, which was not difficult considering my species. The Benlaris were naturally compact. My forefinger trembled slightly as I pushed the gray fluff around my plate, pretending to eat while my antenna twitched nervously at every loud sound. That was when I saw her. The human walked away first.
Think about what you're doing!
It was absurd.
But you're supposed to rinse it out and peel off the label first! Why do they have to make recycling so complicated? Dude, every time you recycle anything, you act as if you're single-handedly saving the world. I'll just throw it in the regular trash. It's easier to carry the filter
That
here.
defied my understanding of physics. Her name was Maya Tate. She worked for the company 50. Look at the little rug. A voice sneered from above the wall. My antenna flattened against my skull. Drek. Of course, it was Drek. The Corson stood nearly 8 feet tall, with muscles that could crush a transport pod and a brain that could barely operate a door panel. His 3 friends flanked him, all equally oversized,
More about
all
recycling.
equally
Take a
cruel.
leaf from my book. Well, don't actually take a leaf. It's
I
that would
whispered,
harm the tree.
my translator barely
Actually, don't make a
catching
book
the
at all
words.
because the
I
trees are
have not
dying.
done
Just
anything.
use recycled paper, okay?
You
Who wants to use
exist,
something that's
Drek
already been
said,
used?
and his massive hand swept my tray off the table.
With today's sophisticated
The protein
recycling
cake
techniques, you can
splattered
reuse old
across
stuff
the
and
floor,
most people can never
across
tell
my
the
clothing,
difference.
across my dignity.
All I'm saying is we
That
all
is
need to be
enough.
aware of the impact we're
The
having on the
cafeteria
planet.
had gone
Look
quiet.
at me. I have so
Everyone
little
watched.
impact that when I'm
No
gone,
one helped.
it'll be like I never even
This was a
existed.
routine,
Doesn't
after
that
all.
sound fulfilling?
No, if we ruin this planet, can we just move on to the next one? What the founding fathers would have done?
It's exactly that kind of glib attitude that led to the near extinction of the great stink ape of Elmore Woods.
Wow, that ape must have been seriously glib for it to lead to its own extinction.
I will make this as clear as I possibly can. The people were glib. The ape was not glib.
How do you know the ape wasn't glib? I guess everyone has a bad day sometimes.
Right, I feel like we're getting away from the point.
That's true, I don't even know. Why is this Bigfoot creature thing called a stink ape anyway?
Its scent was reminiscent of a skunk, or rotting flesh, or rotting skunk flesh.
And just to confirm, you want to save this animal, not destroy it with fire? Wait, I can definitely smell something. And do you smell it, Darwin? Smells like miscellaneous herbs and patio lube. The stink of hypocrisy!
Excuse me?
Well, everything you do has an impact on something.
Not me. Come, walk a mile on my side and I'll show you.
I don't think those things will last a month, but whatever.
Welcome to Organic and Staff.
I think all ethical living has to start with what we buy, which is why I never buy from big corporations. I shop at 13 different free trade independent grocery stores like this one. Sure, it may take me roughly 3 tanks of gas and a full set of tires to get my weekly groceries, but all the food here is locally sourced.
Really, were the coconuts locally sourced, and the Hungarian goulash, and the Himalayan go-kart? How did that get here? Truck, road train, plane truck, tipper, moped truck, unicycle.
Well, it was locally sourced in this country of origin. Thanks, Larry. Am I paying extra for this warm feeling inside?
Maya smiled, and it was not a friendly smile. It was the smile of a predator that had just
Mr.
spotted
Small,
prey.
how can we justify having money? Make our paper, which comes from trees, which need to be cut down.
But I also use a bank card.
A plastic bank card, perchance?
Fine!
Littering, Mr. Small?
Every species in the institute had access to the galactic
Welcome to
network.
tea and stuff. What kind of blend are you buying today?
Yeah, just like usual.
Haven't we already been in here?
No, Tea and Stuff is not connected to Organic and Stuff, and neither of them are affiliates or subsidiaries of Canex Incorporated.
Are you sure about that?
Of course, they do poetry readings and jazz nights. There's a chalkboard with inspirational messages on. It can't be a big corporation.
Look closer, Mr. Small.
Most of us thought it was exaggeration. Propaganda, perhaps. Surely no species could be
Then I'll just drink tap water.
Just accept it. Everybody has an impact on something.
Well, not me. I have never harmed a single living thing.
Hey, yes, hey! But it says the water's complimentary.
Yes, but the paper cup is $13.50.
I will remember for the rest of my extremely
Never harmed a single living thing. I've never harmed a single living thing. Wow, I really nailed that part. Maybe he's right.
Hey, Mom! Hey, Patch! Hey, buddy! Mom, Dad, I've got some news. I got into Yale for microbes.
Oh, we're so proud of you.
Tip off the old cell lining. 20 generations of our family have lived in this water for almost an hour, and you'll
crux of your miserable academic career.
Lead on, little buddy.
Do we have an understanding? Yes, Drake gasped. Yes, I understand. Maya released him. He scrambled backward like a frightened cub. His three friends had already disappeared, vanishing into the crowd with impressive speed. The creature soared. The entire cafeteria stared, waiting. Drek looked at me, his eyes filled with pain and humiliation. I apologize. I am sorry. Good boy, Maya said. Then gently to the I watched him stunned silence as Drek, the terror of the institute, the creature who had made my life miserable for 6 seconds, got down on his hands and
Struck me
knees
as the type of guy
and
who would
cleaned
eventually throw
protein
his life
cakes
away and
off
go
the
into the
floor
woods.
with napkins
I don't think
from
it has
the
anything to do with me. My
When he
conscience
finished,
is clear.
he left with a smoking breath.
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Put up the denial shield.
The cafeteria seemed
They won't take anymore.
Maya walked over to
Captain, we appear to be running low on soda in one of the vending machines on level 3. Why would you tell me that now? Excuse me for wanting to be a part of something. The denial shields are done. Facts are detonated. Prepare for emotional impact. Yeah, you're right. I feel super guilty.
Listen, kid,
Nothing. Look,
I
we gotta go
noticed
see
you
if
have
he's
been
okay.
getting
I mean,
hassled
it's
by
probably
those
too late,
walking
but
steroid
maybe we can help identify
for
him.
a while. Now,
Mr.
I
Small!
thought maybe it was time someone did something about it. You okay?
Could be anything out
Was
here.
I
You
okay?
make us a target.
I was covered
Good
in
point.
protein
I'll do a
cakes.
different voice.
My
That
tray
way,
was
whatever
destroyed.
comes, it won't know
My
it's us.
pride was somewhere
Mr.
beneath the floor tile.
Mr.
And yet,
Small!
I felt something I had not felt in cycles. Safe.
You okay?
Yes, I said. Thank you.
Dude,
But
you
why?
need to get some exercise.
Why,
You sound like a French bulldog in a
You do
sauna.
not know me.
What's that mean?
Maya shrugged.
Can you smell
Because I have
something?
been the small kid before.
Yeah, it kind of smells
The
like
one
rotting
everyone
flesh.
picks on because it is
Stuff.
easy. And I decided a long time ago that if I ever got strong enough, I would make sure nobody else ever feels that way. Besides, he grinned, putting bullies in their place is kind of my own.
Stay perfectly still!
Over the next few weeks, I learned that Maya's illness was not exaggerated. Where she went,
Lonely
bullies
people on New
seemed
Year's
to
Eve.
evaporate. Not because she was looking to fight, but because word spread faster than light travel. Humans are to be messed with. And more importantly, anyone under her protection was similarly persistent. I found myself in that category much for myself. We started meeting up frequently. She would tell me stories about Earth, her home world, and I would listen with increasing interest and fascination. Apparently, humans evolved on a planet where everything was designed for stillness. Rabbits, animals, plants, even the bacteria. And somehow, instead of being destroyed, humans thrived. They conquered their world, their hopes and desires, and decided to conquer those too. We had these things called persistent hunts, Maya explained. Munching on something she claimed was a sandwich, but looked like it could be used as a building material. Our ancestors would take an animal, any animal, and just follow it for hours, sometimes days.
You've been gone half a day.
The animal would run, we would walk. It would
But
rest,
on the plus side,
and we
you're
would
living
keep
out one with
coming.
nature.
Eventually, the animal would just collapse from exhaustion, and we would sink. We were not the fastest or the strongest, but we were the most stubborn. We won by simply refusing to give up.
But
It
if there's no
terrified,
stink
I
cake,
said.
what's so dangerous
I
about the
know,
wood?
right? Maya beamed with pride.
Traps? You're a vegetarian.
Evolution
What happened to living
made
on
us
nuts and
into
berries?
endurance
Turns out there's
runners
competition
with
for the nuts and
anxiety
berries. And
and
turns
a
out the
tendency to
competition
form
is
emotional
tastier than the
attachment
nuts and
to
berries.
literally
Okay, but if
anything.
there's no stink cake,
We
what's
are basically
that?
weapons with self-esteem issues. Despite her jokes, I noticed something about Maya.
Oh my goodness.
She was always watching,
It's real.
always aware. Her eyes constantly scanned the cafeteria, the
It's
corridors,
come to
the
Greenfields,
recreation.
brother of the forest.
She was looking for
Embrace me,
trouble,
noble creature.
aimed at those who could not
Will it be
defend
okay?
themselves.
Oh, I don't know.
And
This
then
is one of my more
came
brutal
the day she
traps.
found
Man,
him.
it's just a hole. I
His
guess
name
we'll
was George, and he was a pelican, a species known for
I
their
think I was doing less
species'
damage in the real
predatory
world.
behavior.
See you back to school tomorrow?
He had been tormenting a young Pixis student, a small, fragile species that resembled Earth insects more than
Good. So
Don't go anywhere, as there's more. The Amazing World of Gumball. Next on Cartoon Network.